Woot.
Hi.
Hello. How be thou on this finest of morn? Afternoon, evening, day. Finest of day.
It's still light outside. I was about to say it was actually it's nighttime, but then I look outside and it's the sun's still up.
Yeah, I came to work today and I said, good morning. And they're like, good morning. Wait, good afternoon. And I said, good day.
Nice.
All right, let's see. Seemed to sound good. Okay. Hello and welcome, dear patrons, to the Tables of Tartarus, a chapter of Purgatory Corner. I'm your storyteller, Sinspeaks, and today we shall be continuing the tale of shifting fates. Come on in, take a seat, let your imagination run free. Ellie, if you want to post a thingy. Streaming announcement, that's the word.
I can't at the moment. Aurora is wanting Coco.
Okay, fair enough. When you can. Oh, shit, I need my water. Alright, hold on. I will go get my
I thought that's what you were
Funny.
talking about. Gotta post the water thing. Okay.
I'm an announcement, but water works too, hon. I'll be right back as I go get my water.
Anyway, anyone want to do a quick recap of last week's episode? While we wait.
I flippin' almost died. It was epic.
Why?
I I don't remember exactly what happened before it, but I just remembered that when flippin' Averin was all okay, I'm gonna go shopping now. And Oliver was okay, get me some berries and you gotta get a grocery list. And then I went and grabbed the berries and then I was okay, I'm gonna go gambling now.
Basically, yeah.
And you almost died gambling?
Yeah.
She essentially went up against I guess the best way to phrase it is the Lord of Gambling in the Littlefoot Forest.
A mafia boss goblin. And because he lost, essentially Averin now has a bounty on her because she stole basically everything they have. Okay, didn't steal, but won everything they have.
Fair win.
So now she has a bounty on her because they want to, kill her.
Yeah. Oh, also Ellie and Jackson kissed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he downed an elixir of boldness, which gave him 10 minutes of just basically immunity to fear. So he just immediately just went in for the kiss and then just ran out the door.
And Ellie immediately turned red as a freaking tomato and collapsed to the floor. And that's when the doctor said my favorite new line now. It's well, old. Oh, now I can't remember it. It slipped my mind. It's well, now we have a new patient.
Yeah.
Oh, and Bill got high as a freaking kite and thought Ellie was a mountain.
It was pretty epic.
Bill took some serious shroomage.
Yeah, he ran out. He took a walk out into the woods, ran into a druid that's apparently being pursued by somebody from the Feywild, and they apparently sat down, became more or less friends. And the druid gave him one of the mushrooms, which Bill decided to eat for some reason.
And I legitimately don't remember that NPC's race, but I'm certain Ellie knows it.
He was a gnome.
Ah.
Sheldon Fiddlestitch.
Phil Stitch.
No.
Ellie is the wrong picture. Huh.
He is a gnome druid. And not blind. That's the other one.
Yeah. My other one is blind, mostly. Move you a little bit. There we go.
Hey, Sin. Don't look now, but I think a couple of animations for speech are messed up. Specifically when I saw Ellie talking, I noticed her icon for a moment changed into her general one.
Oh yeah, that's because I had it as her original earlier, and then I just changed it.
Okay,
So
okay.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
that was my
So-
fault, unfortunately. So no
I
worries.
find it funny that the kidnapped bird, well, quote unquote, kidnapped bird of ours, kidnapped a
Mhm.
druid.
Yeah. All right. Well, welcome everyone. That glorious recap was quite glorious. But today, you guys are. I believe you guys ended with. You've gathered up your resources, gotten your stuff, gotten probably a few magical items at this point in time. Not sure if you guys have gotten a bunch of them, but if you guys have any, feel free to let me know so I can add them in or add them in later. And you guys are kind of at the front of the gates, more or less. Arthur standing there with you, kind of waiting for y'all. Is probably you guys probably
Okay.
took like a huh? Was that Ellie?
That's not where we left off, but okay, that's fine.
Is that not? Where did you guys left off?
Where we left off was just before that point because Ollie needed a day to prep uh one of his spells, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
for the battle. But we
Okay.
were just before getting to that point. Because I brought up to you that I brought up to the group too that Ellie would go talk to Jackson to give him one or two of her weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Because she has a lot.
Okay. Which weapons specifically are you giving?
I know for sure the deer one.
Okay.
If I can pull
The
up my
bell.
thing. Yeah, the bell.
Okay.
Hold on, Ruby.
Ruby's like, I want to talk.
Yeah.
Greetings, mortals!
Greetings, Tiny Bean. So the golden bell, I assume?
The bell and something else. I don't
Jackson's
remember.
dagger?
He has both his daggers. I believe I was actually going to.
Oh, it was the Rudolph's nose.
Harry has dark vision, but yeah, I believe it was that. It was either the nose or the arrow I was going to do.
Okay. I mean, you can keep the arrow if you'd like. And I'm actually going to add the bits to it, because you're right, I did not actually fix that, but that's fine. Do-do-do. But yeah, okay, so you went and talked to Jackson, gave off his 3 per long rest. Gave him back. I'm going to assume you gave him the golden bell and Rudolph's nose of everlasting light, which is funny because it makes his stealth rolls at disadvantage. But yeah.
Okay, then no. No. Trying to help, not make it worse.
I mean, you could give Bill. I actually don't know if Kenkus have dark vision.
I don't know. Because Ellie already has the glowing cube.
I think by default the original ones do not, but Wally would know better than I would.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back. What?
Hi. I don't remember if Kenkus have dark vision.
Let me check. It should be on Bill's sheet.
That's a good point that I did not think of. You do not. So yeah, it could be effective for Bill to have Rudolph's nose. Although
Okay,
you also don't have
so-
dark vision, so it could also
Oh,
be
I have-
effective for you.
I have the glowing cube.
Oh yeah,
Ollie
right.
made in the depths.
You've
Keep
also got a
forgetting.
frying pan that just auto
Yeah, I
casts
have his
light.
frying pan too. So I'll just hand him, I guess, just the bell, since it's pretty effective.
Okay.
You're handing the Kenku a bell.
No, Jackson the bell, you're getting Rudolph's nose.
I'm stealing that bell. I heard bell. You know that Kenku's gonna mess with the bell.
Pretty sure Jackson would not want his own dagger back, so.
Well, you could give him it back. Would be fun. Probably. Maybe. Anyways,
Anyway.
so yeah, you guys. So you gave off your the golden bell. You walked up to Bill, gave him a red weird nose thing that's just a red ball and it shines whenever you want to, basically. I believe I just sent a trade request to Bill, but I'm not sure exactly how that works. So let me know if that works. If it doesn't,
Yes.
okay, cool. Hey, that actually worked very well. Cool. Yeah, and so you now have a nose that gives I think bright light within 30 feet of you.
Round,
Check.
soft, emitting a red aura. Some would even say it glows when worn on the. Do birds have noses?
You have
Your nostrils are on your beak.
a beak.
Yes, but can that classify as a nose?
I will DM rule that does.
Just puts it on the end of his beak. Just it keeps him from like stabbing people. Basically, it's a safety piece.
I love it.
I'm just imagining you just like bopping people with like the nose on your things, like bop, bop.
You run
Bop.
forward and you slap them with your nose. Anyway, so yeah, you gave away the bell, so we'll take that away from inventory. And then you still have your whistling arrow, Jackson's dagger, a couple of other items on you. And then Bill now has that item. Oliver, I believe last time we said you would be able to find enough items and stuff and then a long rest in order to make like 3 potions if you needed to.
At least that was what our check was, I believe.
Yeah, I believe that's what we said. So that's what we're going to say. And then you guys will essentially be at the gates. After all of your guys' preparation is done. Averin, do you have any further preparation that you would like Averin to do?
I want a cooler bag.
Cool. You know what? All right. So there is and yes, I'm taking away minor roleplay moment. It's okay. But there is a God, what is it called? Bag of holding. That's what it's called. So as you guys have been in the town, it's a trading town. So essentially, people come by and they leave fairly quickly and fairly common. And so they pretty much will give anything and everything. So food, item, equipment, swords, rings, daggers, maces, armor, etc., etc., etc. Anyone, everyone from all shapes and forms just pass through this town. It kind of reminds Oliver of his old town. And one of the people comes in. He has a whole bundle of supplies and stuff. We're going to ignore what he actually looks like and all that because I don't want to deal with that at the moment. We'll do it on another time. Anyways, and so he pretty much comes into town, and Averin, you're talking with him. I assume, being the sly individual you are, you're talking about his wares and what he's bringing to the table, so to speak. And one of the things that he seems to show is a bag of holding. He presents it to you, and he shoves his entire arm in there into a space that does not seem even relatively capable of sticking your entire arm into it. And he's like, this is a bag of holding. Roughly, it's about 2 feet at the mouth and about 4 feet deep on the outside. But this thing can hold up to 500 pounds. It weighs about 15 pounds, regardless what's inside of it. And don't break it. I don't know what happens if you break it, but you will die if you break it. Obviously, being the businessman he is. And don't go inside of it. I've heard that when people stick their heads inside of it, they die. Haven't actually seen one do it, but they can. So if you'd like it, it would be a solid 700 gold.
I don't know. That seems like quite a bit considering all of the risks that come with this item.
Well, it's also an object that weighs 15 pounds and can hold up to 500. I think that the risks are worth it, my dear.
Well, yes, but you also did just tell me that if I break it or stick my head in it, I may very well die. That seems like quite a hazard, honestly.
Of
Thinking,
course, it's a magical item. All magical items have hazards. We live in a world of no night, no day, except in certain spots. Hazards are everywhere. They're here, they're there, they're everywhere. You know what? No, I will make you a deal, young lady. $650.
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe 500 at the most, but maybe 450.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Hello, fat cat.
17. Very nice, very nice. I'll do a opposing persuasion check here at a much lower number. Yeah, he's like 450. Oh, my lady, you're swiping. All right, you know what? We'll go down. We'll go down. You say max is 500. I'll give it for 500.
Oh, all right. I suppose I can work with that.
It'll be about 50 platinum from your 420, I believe.
That's worth it, just to hold more gold,
Fair enough. All right, so you pass over 50 platinum him, which he looks legitimately kind of shocked by for a second before he kind of like shakes his head, pockets and hands you the bag, and he's like, "Here you are." And then after you take the bag, he within a couple seconds just disappears. Like, you look down at the bag, look up, and he's gone.
Wow.
Yep. If not for the fact that you now have a bag from him, you would have sworn he was a figment of your entire imagination. Anyways, yeah. So you got the bag. You now have a bag of holding, which I will add to your character sheet at some point. Essentially, just a bag. And again, 2 feet in diameter. Jesus Christ. Ellie, say for me. Okay, now my cat, say for me. Thank you.
It's diameter.
Diameter.
Phenomena.
Anyways, yeah. So y'all got your wonderful equipment, your magical stuffs. And you go up to the gates of Mercy. Arthur's standing there, kind of like waiting for you guys to come by. You guys have probably took around day to do all this, and early, probably 7 o'clock in the morning by your internal time. You guys are walking up. Now, Ellie has done the wonderful job of approximating a rough sketch of how long you guys have been going around and doing all that stuff. Ellie, if you want to post that again for me, so I can see more or less what day. I think you guys are inside of...
Well,
oh, you already did.
About to say, it's already in there. It's just kind of buried. I can reshare it.
No, it's fine. I found it. So you guys are roughly speaking in...
I kind of told you in person what day.
Yeah. Roughly, I think, April 2nd-ish?
No, that's not correct.
No? May?
We would be about... give me it. There's 31 days. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'd be like May 1st.
May 1st? Okay.
We'd be
So if you
like
guys...
right there at the cusp beginning / end of April.
May 1st. Cool. So you guys would be in what is technically considered the dead of winter. Just right in the middle of winter. Inside of this world, the seasons don't typically mean much. Fall and spring are basically just like, what's the term? Averages, more or less. Summer and fall, or summer and winter, are a little bit more extremes. So inside of summer, it typically will go up to about 10 degrees hotter in all locations. And then in winter, it will typically go 10 degrees cooler than average in all locations, with the exception of the middle of Helios and the middle of Cataclysm, in which case it gets even worse. And so for you guys inside of Mercy, based on your location, which I will move you guys to the world map. There you go. Based on you guys' location, you guys are probably sitting around the 80 83-degree mark, more or less. Very hot. Is incredibly just mind-bogglingly hot for some of y'all, because it stays this temperature all the time in the summer. And so sleeping, waking up, moving around, it's constantly 80. For those who have grown up in Helios, this is not as much of an issue. It does become an issue if you guys go to like where it says Helios on the map here, because it gets up to 100 degrees and doesn't cool down until spring or fall. But generally 80 degrees is pretty decent. For Oliver, I think maybe Bill, because he has feathers, and a little bit of Averin too. This would be kind of like really hot weather for you guys. Averin, because you're used to the depths of the slums. Oliver, because you're used to Riotau, and Bill for the same reason. So this is really, kind of like almost muggy temperature to you guys. It's hot, it's sweltering, you guys are very much so drenched in sweat most of the time. Especially trying to, if you guys ever tried sleeping in 80-degree weather, it sucks a lot. But yeah, so you guys kind of walk up to the gates. Arthur's there. You also notice that Arthur is wearing his full plate mail and doesn't seem bothered. As he's just kind of standing there waiting for you guys to approach. Do you guys say anything to him as you guys approach, or you guys just don't make your way forwards?
Ellie is going to make eye contact with him and be confused. And it's like, aren't you dying in that metal? Like, it's pretty hot right now. Like, are you okay?
I'm used to this weather. Trust me, this plate armor has saved me far more than the heat has tried to kill me.
It didn't really save you that well during Oliver's battle against you.
It's fine.
I think I have another fire resistance potion if that's of interest.
Well, if it would make Ellie's mind more at ease, I'll happily take it.
Well, okay. It's fine. I was just concerned because that's a lot of metal on you, and you were taken down by our alchemist.
Well, there's a difference between
You're not
heat
living up to
and
your stories,
burning fire.
old man.
Just looking at it, Ryder. I mean, the concoction is literally made to make armor turn white hot. So yeah, that makes sense.
This is like the winter compared to his heat. Good times. Good battle tactics too. I like it.
Yeah, well, the only real reason I'm not gonna lie, the only real reason I prepared that one is because I knew I was gonna be dealing with somebody with armor. Anyway, just as simply in case I'm going to hand in the potion. Feel free to use it whenever or not at all. It doesn't make any difference to me. Just make sure you use it if you need it.
He nods as he takes the potion, kind of puts into one of his bags. Will do.
Hey, Sin, so we ended the last session in like the beginning of the long rest, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, in that case, can I say that I've already converted the potion regens into potions?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 2d4 plus 5 healing potions if needed, and I will distribute one to each of the immediate party members.
Very nice. All right. So as you guys are about to head off on your way, Rowena, let's move over to you real quick. So, you have been inside of Helios, or inside of the Citadel for... Ellie, give me a rough number.
Ellie!
You've been looking at the timeline for like the past week and a half.
You know...
I assume you know the numbers better than I ever would. What you got for us?
A month.
A month?
She has been there and doing stuff for a solid month. About. Oh wait, sorry. What was your question? Asking how long it's been we've seen her?
Yeah.
Or okay, you made me panic. It's like great. I need to calculate how long it's been.
I said rough number.
No, my brain doesn't do rough number. No. It would have been right before we went to Circadia, so about 2 weeks.
All right, so you've been inside of the Citadel for about 2 weeks now. You learned some information that we
Last
talked
time we
about
saw her.
off. Yeah, since last time you saw her. You learned some information that we talked about off screen that you can relate to party members if you'd like when you meet them or otherwise. But you've been interacting with Faye a little bit. You've been training some of the elves. Been observing your father a lot, talking with your mother. And eventually you decided to request a mission to go and investigate the orcs again, which to most is considered a suicide mission. But you've already been there, you've already done the task, you know the difficulties. And so you decide to take these difficulties again in order to regroup with your teammates and see where to go from there. So for the last couple of days now, you've been traveling from the Citadel all the way down to Miercy, because you know that's where they are, roughly speaking. And so by the time that they are ready to get up, they're about to get going. Would you like to show up at those gates or wait a little bit?
I think I'm gonna wait for a little bit. I want to see them actually just like all together and get like
Right.
a feeling of how they're doing.
Cool. So you guys start going off right away. Rumor, you do see that it's Averin, Eleonora, Bill, and Oliver on one team, with Arthur standing at the front, essentially leading them towards the way. You also recognizing that it's consistently pretty hot. You're somewhat used to these summers, having grown up pretty much your entire life here, and having just gone through basically a hotter section. But you do recognize that it's kind of strange seeing a man in full plate armor walking in this heat. But he doesn't seem to be bothered, which surprises you a little bit. But so they start walking on their way. Do you guys make any idle conversation while walking, or do you guys just let the silence of Helios flow?
99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. You take one down, you pass it around. 98 bottles of beer on the wall.
So
mean-
how
That's just Bill.
so how far exactly has the group been sighted from the town?
How far is the group from the town?
Yeah,
Uh,
just directly asking that to Arthur.
oh, okay. Arthur kind of like looks at you. He's like, it's about a day's travel or so from here. My scouts have been keeping an eye on them for the most part. We've been hearing tales that they're starting to get a bit rowdy, and I don't particularly like that idea, because that means they could be coming after our town. We've heard they are somewhat battle hungry, shall we say. And so I'm mostly heading over there to either broker a peace or take over my scout's job of eradicating them. One of those two.
Are there any reports on what sort of equipment they're using?
No. The only reports that we have at the moment is that... Let me pull them up real quick. One seems to be following Tiamat. It seems to be almost... kind of like thinks for a moment. Almost what you would consider a paladin of Palor, but one for Tiamat. And so he seems to be pretty strong. Has a battle axe or a gray axe that he does. There's a couple of other ones that uses halberds or short swords. A couple who are mages, it appears. Particularly dangerous sorcerers in their group as well. But it's a fairly small party, all of green dragonborns.
Gotcha.
Not really sure what their intent is exactly, nor do I understand exactly why they are intending on injuring all of us. But to the best of my knowledge is because they are seeking a battle. And so if they are seeking as such, I intend to give them one.
Well, in that case, just like looking through the vials, the question is, should I bolster for somebody, or essentially make a specter more or
Mm.
less. Make somebody invisible, or could make somebody vanish, or I could just drop a mobile fireball on the field if it's needed. I suppose.
Could be useful. I would say I'll probably interact with them first, see what their intentions are, and then if need be, your group can head on in and support or take them out. I know one of them at least will be quite dangerous, and so we'll see how that fares.
Of course, before the negotiations have attempted, there's no real indication that they are going to be immediately violent anyway.
Mm-hmm. That's we can hope. So he just kind of like is like still kind of walks by. He's like, so I know how Ellie met you, Doctor, but how did you meet Averin and Bill? I haven't seen those two before when they came around the forest the first time.
I showed up and asserted dominance.
Effective. I've done that a
Ellie's
few times
laughing.
in my parties.
I was kidnapped.
I don't think I've done that to a party member yet.
Will you stop saying that we did
Technically, it
that?
was against my will until it wasn't. By
We
every
just
account.
We just stopped you from going into the upper floors of the Citadel, and you've
Well,
been
you
using
failed,
that story
technically.
since.
Because I've been up there. The people are nice. Kind of weird looks, but I met a nice shop owner or two or three. They gave me service.
She's just staring dumbfounded at you. You still.
I literally have a cloak that lets me go through 1-inch holes. There's holes in that wall. You just have to find them.
Above game, I know that, but remember, Ollie would probably be shot if he ever tried going up there, so he has no idea how did he be getting into.
I'm surprised
I'm aware, but
that
Bill
you
is
met my
Bill.
mom. And thankfully not Dad.
To be fair, I did kind of do my own thing when I met your mom. She has very nice bread.
Oh my goodness, I thought it was gonna
She handed Bill bread. This is canonical.
Yeah, so Ruma, you can absolutely hear their conversation at this point as you just kind of stealthily go up to the back of their crew. Not a single person notices you in any way, shape, or form as they're just talking amongst themselves. You hear him talk about the fact that your mother gave him bread at one point.
I'm assuming a passive 11 definitely would not see her.
No.
Fair enough.
Not with what I rolled.
You know what?
I mean, I'm just looking at passive because it's just like we're not actively looking for her, so just it's operating off of the passive. I'm assuming she
none
probably.
of y'all's passive would even get close.
Fair enough.
I want to sneak up on Ellie.
Okay.
Oh no. Just cover her mouth. Just
Nope.
Shh, it's okay.
I
Go sleep.
want to just fall into step beside her and be like, "So a kiss, huh?"
well, and Ellie's not even gonna realize it's you at first. I was like, well, okay, it's because of a freaking potion he was given by Ollie, and then she's gonna look to see who it was. And it's like, well, I thought you were there, and she's going to fall to the ground. It's like, and like hug you.
I love how your microphone can barely capture that.
Well,
Beautiful. As you start like shrieking that, Arthur immediately turns around and he's like, "Ah, there's a third one."
Imagining
met
Averin. Imagining Averin looking at Rowena for a moment, trying to remember who she is, but then just like the moment of recognition. It's like, you're that person. I don't know you.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Technically, Averin and Rowena have met before, briefly.
Saw you
Very
for like
briefly.
2 seconds.
Oh, it's been a while. How's Faye doing?
Fine. Thank you.
Pleasure. Well, most part of my job anyway.
How have you been doing with the curing?
I've got the treatment and all prepared. Still working on the basic idea for manipulating the illness itself, if that's going to be the pathway we take. And honestly, it's probably the best option we've got at the moment. But beyond that, I don't really have any immediate pathways to go through. And the saliva samples long since been diluted into unusability.
I would like to speak with you later, if that's okay. Or we could just fall back a little bit.
Something wrong?
I mean, I guess I can let you go.
I want to talk about this more, but this takes import.
So, what exactly brings you up here, or the sea, today?
I mean, after being out in the world, it's better than the Citadel. This is really hard for Rubino to say.
Claustrophobic?
I'm just noticing things more, I guess you could say. Like, I don't particularly want to, kill you right now.
Right.
This is an improvement.
Friendship.
On that note, has the horn been proving any use?
The horn? What?
Oh, you didn't notice? I put a little special type of clay-like substance inside of it. It makes it slowly catch magic in the area around it. You can take that magic out to cast spells of your own.
I don't know, like, out of character. I honestly don't remember a horn at all.
Oh, you took Oliver's horn as proof.
Oh!
I had it converted into a quote-unquote spell. What was it called? Spell refueling, in quote-unquote, ring.
Me thinking it's an actual, like, musical horn. That's besides the point. Let me get to why I have drugged you back here. I don't know how to describe it. I think my father is planning on weaponizing this disease in the war. I'm not even thinking about it. I know that's what he's going to do.
Yep, that's going to result in the total eradication of everyone on the continent, including his own units. And will anyone take illnesses seriously?
Yeah. I don't think he is too concerned with the people who are going in to fight.
Well, chances are, if he's going to do that, then chances are nobody, not even and those at the top of the Citadel, are likely to recover from that sort of illness, especially if they're not taking in the fact that it's, well, deadly seriously.
One thing that is good is that he does believe you're dead.
That simplifies one thing, but it also means I'm not going to be able to go in there directly to fix the situation. So we're going to need to find some sort of sample for the illness out here and figure out how to transport it back in there unnoticed. If we're going to change it up for something a little less deadly.
You want to switch the illness? Is that what I'm picking up?
Have you heard the tale of cowpox?
I'm trying to think if Rowena would have, because she
Rowena
wasn't
would
very
not have,
interested
no.
in it. Okay. No? Cowpox?
Easiest explanation, it was... Actually, a long time ago, there was an exceptionally deadly illness that basically spelled out doom for anyone that had obtained it. However, there was another illness known as cowpox, which was a substantially less deadly, but mostly similar in all the other properties, sort of illness. And anyone that got this cowpox illness found themselves immune to the more deadly variant. That's essentially what I'm going to be aiming for. I'm going to try and make a modified version of the illness that is substantially less dangerous, but still will operate just as effectively in making certain that that subject cannot be infected by the stronger variant again. If I can get the spreading that around, well, both sides will be weakened, but neither side will be destroyed by it. At worst.
So let me get this straight. You want to cure the people who already have the really bad strain, eradicate it, and then replace it with a different strain.
That is the basic idea so far, yeah.
Okay. I could possibly help with that.
I still need to figure out how to modify its genes first. I have a couple little basic ideas, assuming my general understanding for its current makeup is correct. But I'll need to get another dosage in order to get at a close look to make certain.
So you need more samples? What exactly would you need?
Just like before, quite literally any sort of biofluid. Even another Hervila spit would work.
Okay. I'll get on that when I get back to the Citadel.
Sounds excellent. And sorry, Harry, about putting more work on your shoulders. I'd wager you're probably out here for an actual job.
In a way. I kind of asked to be sent on a mission. Just to observe what the orcs are doing.
Well, sounds like we're more or less going to be making our way in that general direction pretty soon anyway, or at least, unless I misunderstood the plan, just looking back towards the rest of the party.
I shrug. Don't know what we're doing.
Well,
80, 50, 5, 70. Wow, what?
I'll leave you to think about this drab, disgusting stuff. And I'm going to go talk to Ellie about, good things.
Like
Fair enough.
romance.
Sorry about the
Yes.
stress. Sorry about the stressor. Fair enough.
It's fine, it's fine. Thanks for the horn. She kind of just awkwardly waves and then goes back over to Ellie.
So, long time no see. How are you?
Doing fine since I info dumped a little bit on Oliver.
Ah, yeah, he and I have gone through rounds of info dumping the past month about. So, it's been pretty entertaining.
Entertaining like the kiss.
And Ellie's gonna just start getting flustered and her face gets a little red. It's like, okay, yes.
I know you
Yeah.
said it was because of
A potion,
a
of course.
courage potion, but I mean the intent had to be there. It doesn't implant the intent.
True. That is true. Yeah, I was going to try to talk to him about that this morning, but I got too nervous because it definitely caught me off guard. But yeah. He did kiss me. It's pretty crazy, but I guess I did actually kiss him too during our little duel last
what?
week. Yeah.
Kiss during the duel?
Well, okay. It was meant to catch him off guard.
Oh.
It was a failed battle tactic of mine. We were doing a little celebration in Mercy, and it was Oliver and I versus Jackson and Arthur here.
Hello.
And Oliver
boy.
did great on taking down, well, mostly taking down Arthur until Jackson came along.
He gave my entire body 3rd-degree burns. It was quite impressive.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And then my lovely man decided to intimidate the life out of him and stab him. So yeah, it was really cool. Yeah.
And what's this about stealing a ring? Having a ring? Obtaining
Oh,
a ring.
yeah. So while we were in Circadia, Averin was absolutely drunk off her rocker. And she insisted she had to go help this group rob a gem from a museum. So I was like, you know what, whatever. And I followed her out of humor.
Mm.
And we got to the museum. She stole the gem instead of giving it to them. I snagged a ring because I remembered you brought up that he should propose with an actual ring instead of an
Yes.
earring. So I snagged one because I don't know if he'll get one. I don't know how that sort of thing works. So I snagged one. I haven't really checked it out yet because I had to deal with a drunk. So yeah, it's a stolen ring, which honestly is perfect for a rogue.
I was only drunk because.
Were you hanging out with Bill?
Yes.
She tried to waste booze. You don't waste booze in my presence.
Yeah, he kind
That's
of made her
asking to be
drink.
stabbed.
I was not in my right mind.
And
It was
what
pretty
is your
funny.
right mind?
I just I shrugged.
Well,
Okay.
I've decided she's basically like a little sister.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
She did leave without making any notice. She left for Littlefoot without me and decided to go gambling, and now there's a bounty on her.
I've heard.
Yeah, it's not a good thing. Because
I don't
as
know.
Jackson and I would know, that goblin really doesn't like people. He even makes Dragonborn sweat buckets. So,
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to go ahead and say it's fairly 50-50 in my head.
fair.
Well, and I'm richer for it. And by the way, if I am related to you, which I'm technically not, I will have
Technically
you
not.
know that I am the eldest sibling and the most mature.
I don't know about
And the
mature,
richest.
but it's fine.
I agree with one of those.
You are technically older.
Meaning I'm the most mature.
We'll see about that.
I only agree with one. That one being that you do have more money than me, but let me tell you, I probably have more prestige.
For now, anyways.
I don't want to be the baby of the group, so you're decided to be the baby.
So, we're off to see Dragonborns, you said?
Yes. So remember when Ezekiel brought up to us that there was a Dragonborn group that attacked Mercy before it became really much of a town? Well,
Vaguely.
Equality Town? Yeah, so they've heard that the town is up and going again, I'm assuming, and they want to attack it.
Most likely.
Because-
They could also be
yeah.
technically brokering peace, but based on my scouts' information, that's kind of a debatable statement.
Yep. So we're going to go either make a deal with them, or we will be attacking them. So instead of allowing Arthur to go instead of allowing Arthur to go off on his own to deal with these Dragonborns, Bill suggested we all go together with him to deal with the Dragonborns. So we had to
Bill.
leave. Yes, Bill. Bill, our
The
Cancun.
drunk.
Yes. Well, he was
Okay.
sober at the time.
Are you sure?
I'm
Yes.
positive.
Okay.
He was sober at that time, but not afterwards.
Okay. Okay.
So-
we're following,
I'm so
we're following
sober,
Bill,
eh?
the sober possibly when he had this idea. We're following
I
his idea.
did
Well,
shrooms
okay.
one time, and I haven't heard of it.
Shrooms? You did shrooms as well?
Yeah, he
I thought
did
you
that
just
yesterday.
drank. Oh,
Well,
just yesterday.
Yeah, he was on shrooms yesterday.
Oh my goodness.
I went to a different dimension, but that's a
I
different
leave
story.
for 1 month. We have
Yeah.
the richest person with a bounty on her head, which I totally kind of want to turn her in for, and then break her out because then we'll have even more money. That's beside the
Ooh.
point.
I mean,
We
true.
have a
actually,
drunk. I have. She still struggles with calling Oliver. I have Oliver working on a horrible, deadly virus. Lily, you.
Well,
I kissed a guy and I liked it. It's the only playing through her head.
was proposed with an earring.
With an earring.
Yeah.
And now he's going to
And he
propose with a
wasn't
ring
even-
that you got for yourself, but you're going to have to give it to him.
Yeah,
It's
that's gonna be
weird.
awkward.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna have to take another potion of freaking boldness at this rate, unless you talk to him. So I have no idea at this point what we are and what to call him. But I'm sure he's gonna hear the rumors that I've been going as Miss Gray this whole time. So it's fine.
Is that Jackson's last name?
She's gonna duck her head into her fry pan.
Rowena notes this.
Pulls out notebook. Yeah. Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. I don't think he's heard yet. Arthur, have you heard rumors of my new name? Arthur.
Yeah.
Does he have a helmet on?
Arthur has
Does.
one on his at his waist.
Oh, so he doesn't even have it on. We can't
Nope.
even blame it on him having a helmet on.
True. Have you heard rumors of my new name?
Me. It's not new.
Yes.
I thought it was just what you went with.
What is it?
Mrs. Gray.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, he might know.
I thought that's just what you went with.
Yeah.
That's kind
It
of like
is.
how I introduce you in stories, you know?
Oh, I didn't inform Jackson of this.
Oh.
Fantastic, wonderful, beautiful.
Okay,
I'd love
anyway,
to see this.
so that's how my life's going.
Mm.
It's
A
fine.
mess, a mess, a
You know,
mess,
it's a
and
wonder-
a mess.
you
It's
know
all a
what?
mess here.
It's a better mess than the war.
Is it?
Yes.
I
People
think the
are
war is pretty
dying.
simple. I just have to kill the orcs, which I guess, we aren't going to anymore.
Yeah, see, it's
You
my
have
mess.
complicated it. It was very black and white for me.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
yeah.
so something else happened.
Other than this rooms,
Yes, I am now the bread fairy.
the bread, you said something about bread.
Yeah, I've got a basket of pulls the bread out of the bag of holding, and it's just a
Good.
full basket of bread.
Is it moldy?
No, it's in a bag of holding. There's no air.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Is it stale?
Not yet.
Only
You
one.
can't breathe in the bag of holding. I don't think you'd be able to sustain. No, never mind. I guess there's lots of bacteria that don't need air.
Only one piece of his bread pile is stale. It looks like a dangerous weapon, I'll be honest.
That's the
So-
baguette blade.
You've been to my house.
Yes.
Yeah, he stole all of Dad's paperwork on the military and such.
He stole it.
Correction.
Well, okay.
I did not steal it. It is still there. I copied it.
Okay. Because I was
Yeah.
just about to say, I saw it. I went
Yeah.
in there myself.
It's still there.
It's still there, the original.
I don't
We just have a
steal
copy of it.
paperwork. I'm not
Okay.
petty. I copy it
Fine.
and take the copy with me because I can't be bothered to cause problems in that way. I'm very
Yeah.
distinct. If I want to burn down your house, I'm gonna burn down your house. I'm not gonna just steal paperwork. That'd be petty.
Don't burn down my house.
No
It's a lovely
promises.
house.
I will pluck your feathers.
I would help.
I mean, you can. I don't need them to. I have hands.
I'll pluck all of them. You look really weird.
Shedding season anyway. Let's go.
Look, do you really look? You don't know what a bird looks like underneath its feathers. You think I look like something on this planet? Have you seen an owl without
Well,
feathers? They
That's
don't
why I
look
would pluck
human.
'em. So you look weird, and then if you walk around at night, someone will kill you.
You think that I'm not used to that already?
No.
I'm from the
Oh.
woods. Everything's trying to kill you.
Are you from the woods?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Why do you
thought-
think I haven't tripped even though I've had about 2 bottles already?
Ah.
I don't know. I guess I just thought you lived in a library or something.
No, I lived in a tree, technically.
Was a library in
Same
the tree?
here.
Yeah, it was, well, not really a mound. A hobbit hole. There we go. Hobbit hole.
That's different from a tree.
I mean, it was under a tree.
It was under. Okay. Did you live in a tree, Averin? Because that'll be 3 for 3 now.
No, I lived in the slums, which is the farthest thing from a tree that you can get.
Hey, who knows? Maybe there's a tree in the slums.
Maybe.
There's
Oh,
mushrooms.
Probably
That
There's
I
dead.
definitely
burned.
mushrooms.
Don't touch them.
Well, it's kind of late for that.
I
Oh,
burned
my
them.
goodness.
I nearly died from them. Oliver had to stab me.
What?
Wait, what? I don't remember this part. Oh, right. It was a syringe. And it was a treatment and for the spores.
Oh my goodness.
That's
Oliver and
basically
Rowena
stabbing.
both thinking knife when she says. I'm just going, the
Breathe.
fuck?
A brief return to might as well kill him. For a hot second.
No, I just near death experience in the deep depths because the Dr. Rigor Mortis did not forewarn us of the poison gas that we had to wear masks for. So Bill and I were basically on death's door.
So he wasn't high, he was dying from it. Okay.
Yeah.
No. That's a different mushroom. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
different
met
mushrooms.
I met a nice gnome dwarf.
Mm.
Wait, that's the wrong
Wait.
sentence. Nice
Okay.
gnome. What's the word?
He was just a gnome.
I thought he was a druid.
He is a
That's the
he was
word.
a gnome druid.
And he handed me a mushroom. And when we made it to town after I brought him with me, I ate it. And then I went to a mountain named Ellie.
Yeah, he started climbing me as soon as he saw me.
And
Oh,
that there,
goodness.
and that there is why I had to lesser cure all both of you.
And I put them to sleep.
You want to know something
So-
amazing? I met an eldritch horror. His name was Tan.
Oh no.
Not Dan, Tan. Tan. It
Mm.
was
Oh.
very odd. He had a few tentacles for a face, and he said some weird stuff I still don't understand. And he made some nice tea, though.
Did he have a tan?
No, his name was just Tan. It had it like
Oh.
he had like a little thing he handed me. It looked like a plaque, and the only word that was on it that I could read was Tan, so I call him Tan.
Wait, so there's more words on the plaque?
That I can't answer because I don't know what chicken scratch is.
But you said you could reproduce anything you saw. What if I could read it? I know a good number of languages.
Miss, I was tripping balls. I can't remember very much past the word tan.
Okay,
Yeah. I kind of locked him and the druid into a room, and then Jackson was recovering his ego from being beat up by me.
fine. Hmm?
So.
And Oliver,
yeah.
what were you doing?
I was just tending to Jackson. He
He
wasn't
was
looking
making
very
tea.
good at that. I was making tea for Jackson. He was still bedridden.
And is this when
Yeah, I beat him up pretty badly during that battle.
Gave him a
Especially the
concussion and several skull bruises. Kind of almost bruised one of his bones. You also temporarily blinded him at one point, and you beat him so hard
Yeah.
that I'm pretty sure he saw stars.
Yeah, especially after the blinding flash from that pan. At the very least, I know that that's working now.
I wonder if I met him in the stars.
Yeah, the blinding the blinding flashes when I decided to kiss him. And then I beat him to a pulp afterwards.
It was a real
Is this-
showstopper. No?
Yeah.
No one?
I
Alright.
don't know what he sees in me, but it's fine. Anyway.
He sees what everyone sees, which is wonderful.
A
Light.
disaster in a fry pan.
A kidnapper and a weirdo?
A leader and probably the closest thing this party has to a heart.
Hey, I have
Ironically.
a heart. We all have hearts. We're beating. We're alive. If we
That
were, if we
that
didn't
wasn't
have
literal.
Bill just
You
staring
and your
Well, at least
blindly.
Ollie has something nice to say about me.
Just Ollie. I thought I said something nice.
You did. You're
Okay.
my sister.
Arthur's like, I called you the light. No?
I didn't know weirdo was a
That
bad word.
works. I'll
So
take
if you're
weirdo
the
as
light-
a compliment.
If you're the light, does that mean who's the dark? Is it Averin or is it Bill?
Gotta have that darkness somewhere.
Yeah, who's the dark? Which one of you want to take that title?
I mean, it's probably
Everyone
me just in
raises
my
her
quiet
hand.
times. There we go. Oh,
I
there we
thought
go.
so.
Everyone will be
Yep.
the dark.
I flip my hair dramatically.
So how much money do you have?
Well, I spent 50 platinum on this bag of holding, but if I had to guess, 370 platinum, 6 gold, and this really weird copper.
A
Weird
really
copper.
weird copper.
I keep
Can you
forgetting I gave you
elaborate?
that.
Imagine Averin has like the exact amount of money like noted down in her brain at all
Yeah,
times.
that's why I asked. You know.
So, a weird copper doesn't explain further. But yeah,
I don't know what's up with this copper, but it seems strange. I think it's cursed, or magic, or blessed. I don't know.
I mean, I'd be glad to take a look at it later. I've got enough materials for. I've got my material or lens cleaner all set up, and I do have that evocation lens again, so I could double check that if that is a concern.
Averin just like takes a moment to like glare at you and just like examine you, like take note of like how trustworthy you are. It's like maybe.
Averin, I have you know that you can trust this man with basically your life. He's made it this far with the group. He's pretty trustworthy.
I haven't killed him yet.
Yeah.
So you know.
And I let him stab me.
For the love of God, don't call it stabbing.
Oh, okay, fine.
It was an injection.
I let him inject me with a suspicious substance from experimental alchemist.
Oh my goodness, that sounds a little bit worse, Oliver. Don't you think?
For the love of God, he was a doctor. He was a doctor
Just
too.
teasing. Someone needs to tease you.
You got the medicals.
You got the medicals. Yeah.
By the way,
yeah.
how much longer do we have to walk?
Oh, we have Arthur raises up his arm. He's just staring at his gauntlet. Probably another, half a day or so. We could take camp, but we could run the entire way there. What do you guys think?
I
Hold
think if we
on.
run the entire way there, we're going to be too exhausted to make any real decisions.
No, that's true.
That is true.
We could run most of the way there. How about that?
We're going to have to rest sooner or later if we want to be in tip-top shape for this.
I mean,
I
true.
suppose. All right, how about
So we could run and then rest.
How about we put on our running legs, right? And we run like most of the way there, take a short rest, and then walk the rest of the way. What do you guys think?
Man. I thought for sure I guess that was a different path. I thought I had if I lead, we could go faster, but no.
I believe that's all rangers, isn't it?
It doesn't.
Oh
It
no,
isn't
it's
in my
the
character sheet.
it is the other explorer, natural explorer that you didn't have, yeah. But yeah.
Rip.
In this sweltering 80-degree heat, Arthur's like, let's run.
I mean, Ellie's like, okay, old man, you want to race?
Hell yeah.
Everett is just like, oh my
She still
god,
has
please.
pent-up
An
anger
armor.
from him
Okay.
backstabbing her so many times in the freaking battle with a stupid freaking phone.
I
Good
guess
for the
that's we're gonna need some. I guess has some level of exercise as well. It's important for the body.
After
all right. Just
Come on,
Just
Doc. You
pressing.
haven't had a whole lot of exercise since we climbed up out of the depths when you were carrying Bill.
You're right.
Funny enough,
Just
I
like-
just
Still sore from
realized that Ellie
Littlefoot.
has the same amount of con as Arthur does.
Honestly, given the beating that you took both from him and Jackson, I'm honestly kind of shocked you're not still sore as well.
Well, growing up with a gnome throwing you out of a tree and beating you with a stick, and then training with Jackson, the person you went up against also? Yeah, I trained with him. So, I'm kind of used to it.
Dude, Averin has the
That doesn't
best
make me feel any
constitution.
better.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. I forgot Averin's constitution was so high.
In this group is weak.
I mean,
love
it's a
it.
caster.
Jackson's
They usually
constitution's
want high
higher than mine.
constitution.
Mhm.
It's a caster. They generally want high constitution.
Jackson's is 18.
Arthur's like, all right, folks, let's go. Everyone roll me con who's assigned to run with Arthur.
I'm not
Got
running.
this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flash of genius this preemptively because there's no way I'm gonna beat everybody without
Nice.
Oh wait.
that. So that's going
Wow.
to be
Oh,
plus
Oh,
Oh, wow.
a 4 to this.
we're not
I'm gonna
doing
cast
anything good.
kinetic jaunt.
So I'm not
Oh.
going to start running.
Ellie is going to Step of Wind.
So I just got.
Oh
so
my goodness. Am
total
I the
is
only one
21.
not participating?
Yep.
So I
Yeah.
just got a total of 21 on my con if you count my flash of genius.
You're welcome to roll connect jump, by the way, Averin.
Yeah. Did I do that?
Nice.
Yeah,
So
I did that. Okay, so I'm just gonna walk because I'm not technically running, but I don't want to get left behind. But
mhm.
yeah, now I'll roll Constitution.
Bill.
Bill's being lazy.
Nice,
Do, do,
nice.
do, 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 do.
All of them start sprinting. Bill just keeps walking. After you get about 300 to 500 feet, then he teleports.
I love that. So Arthur starts running. Ellie just sails past him. Ellie runs so goddamn fast. Like, y'all easily lose her after like a couple of minutes.
She's just
And-
laughing and smiling the whole time she's running too.
And then after about 20, 30 minutes or so, all of the combat tiredness catches up to her, and she fucking just has to, take a breather, just wait. Arthur slowly passes her, because, man, she gets tired. And then about 10 feet past Ellie, Arthur just kind of stops and is like, hi. I'll catch up.
Ready for retirement, old man?
I'm still past you. And then Oliver just sails past y'all, and then Averin just sails past y'all. Neither of you two are in any way, shape, or form winded by this. And Bill just kind of teleports every now and again, and yeah,
See Bill just like keep walking, eating a piece of bread. Sup, just phases out of existence in front of you.
and then
I just
fucking-
gracefully go
Mhm.
over to Ellie, who's just like panting and stuff, and it's like, you tired?
you tired.
A little bit, yes. Still kind of sore.
You need some help?
Are you
Like-
wanting to sit with me? Is that you're helping?
No, I was just gonna help you along or something. I don't know. I just shrug.
Sure. Wouldn't
Okay,
mind the skull.
bye.
And I'm gonna kill her. She's on my list.
After a
She's gonna
few,
get a royally scary surprise later. Hoo boy.
after a few minutes, Rua catches up to Ellie and Arthur, just slow walking past that. They're both, oh.
Ellie's
So
gonna
when was
spend
this
another
race
key point.
supposed to end?
Quite a bit further. We'll get there.
Okay.
Oh. Let's have some water. He just like starts downing his water. He's like, all right, back to it.
Spending
It
another
might be
key
easier
point
if
for
you
my
take
dash.
off the okay.
He just starts running. Ellie, roll another con save. Oh,
Way
God.
better. It's better than before.
Saving throw?
Yeah, saving throw. Arthur is chugging. He's going forwards. Ellie.
Oh, were these supposed to be saving
Ellie's
throws?
matching because
Yeah. All these are supposed to be saving throws.
Oh, I
Well,
did
crud, that
ability
was-
check first.
Oh,
Well, crud,
my
that's a,
I'll take the
that's a
check.
plus. That's a +7 to my ability. He scored to the roll then.
Good lord.
To my roll
Well,
then.
my con modifier and my saving throw are the same thing, so
Okay. So that's a
So I have proficiency in con.
Jesus, that's a 23 for Oliver. Yeah, Oliver, you're not even winded by the time like a couple hours go by. You're barely winded. Arthur, it takes like probably, half a day, so like 7 or 8 hours. So y'all walked for a while while talking, and like 7 or so hours of legitimately just like running or jogging or slow walking in some cases after Arthur and Ellie. They just can't keep up with you two. Like at some point they're running in unison, then they're jogging in unison, and then they're walking in unison. And eventually, you guys get to like a couple hours in, and I assume Oliver and Averin, you two just kind of start setting up camp.
I'll be
I mean, if she doesn't, I'm going to.
I'll be dragging behind, or I guess, blending after the little chit chat of when was this supposed to end.
Mm-hmm. You
kinda just,
eventually catch up
Blend
to
into the
Arthur.
darkness.
Yeah, you eventually catch up to Arthur and Ellie, and they're like tired. They're like barely walking forwards this point. You're just normal walking.
Yeah.
You've just caught up to them after a couple hours. They're like panting and they're like stumbling. You're just walking. I think you
wanna
guys catch
keep an
up to
eye
Bill.
out,
Yeah.
I'm just watching, making sure everyone's good. Nothing's coming up behind us.
I would have been so faster in the trees.
Oh yeah. And you eventually catch up to Bill. He's just walking, kind of slowly, honestly.
What took you so long?
Well, Bill, not everyone can teleport.
Sounds like a skill issue.
I mean, if it's any consolation,
Sounds like we're having cooked bird tonight.
I mean,
You
if it's
can
any
attempt, but you have to be able to find me first.
I mean, if
They're
it's,
smart.
if it's any consolation, I have kicked up a couple of concoctions that can potentially synthesize teleportation.
Mm.
And of course, the other one of creating a demi-plane.
Ooh. You guys walk into Oliver's tiny little camp that he's been making as you guys are talking as he says this. And yeah, you and Arthur kind of feel like death. The rest of the party is perfectly fine. Arthur's like, all right. Whew. Oh.
You have a traveling freaking drink right now. By golly, I'm tired.
Oh.
I mean, the alchemy jug hasn't been used yet today. Just like place it down, and then the center of camp. Only he got one on charge. You can, and you guys
I
can
think
go.
the old man needs a shower first. Goodness.
Nah,
Ask
I
him for
just
some
need some
water.
good old H2O.
All right, then ask you for some water. I'll give you a few gallons.
He's saying from me, he's like, oh, magical jug, give me water.
Just need to run
Only
across.
Jackson was here to witness this.
Just need to run a hand across the surface and call out a fluid. It just says
sweet.
he's just like as he just like walks away from camp to just like go and do some quick foraging in the a nearby forest.
Arthur's don't rub his hand across the thing, and then he's done like water, and he's just don't start pouring it down his throat. It's like yeah. He like drinks like legitimately like a gallon in that one sitting before placing it down. He's like, whew, I'm refreshed now. All right, Ellie, take a drink. Whew, gotta get that hydration up.
Hydration's for the weak.
It's also for the living.
Okay, you know what? And Ellie's going to drink some water, I guess.
Nice. All right, so you guys get the benefits of a long rest from earlier, and then benefits of short rest if you guys used any spell slots or anything like that. And couple hours pass for the short rest to take effect, and you guys set up camp and everything. Probably, he said about a day's journey or so it's back to a little bit before noon or so. You guys been walking, running, sprinting, jogging, and then camping, and then back to standing. And Arthur looks around and he's like, I'm kind of used to things trying to kill me more when I'm on a run like this. This is kind of peaceful.
Rowena's
that's pretty
still
nice.
hanging back, keeping an eye out.
You, Rowena, actually, roll me perception.
She's a scout, man. She just looks.
Yeah. Roll me that
Perception.
sweet perception.
Please. I hate rolling
got
bad.
this.
No.
Oh.
So you don't
I'm
notice it
distracted.
for a little bit. You're definitely the first
Can
one of your
Ellie
group
check?
to notice. But just because you're kind of hanging back a little bit. But you do notice what looks to be a human kind of slowly approaching the party. He seems to have kind of light clothing on, what looks to be a tiny hat on his head as he's making his way towards the group. No one else, I would imagine, would be looking out, especially behind y'all. So you're the first one who notices him, but it does take you pretty much until he's probably about 10 feet away from you for you to notice him.
Jeepers.
Hmm?
I said jeepers, just 10
Yeah.
feet away.
He,
I really wish Ellie could notice.
he looks at you and he's just like, oh, hi. So, is Arthur with your group?
Why do you ask?
I'm one of his scouts.
Oh, okay.
Do you have any proof of that?
No.
Then how do you expect me to believe you?
I'm a scout. I don't typically hold sigils telling people that I'm scouting on the information.
Rowena takes
of
out
the...
hers. I'm a scout too.
Huh. What if someone captured you?
They wouldn't because I'm a good scout.
Ouch.
Ooh.
That's a good point. All right. Well, if you want to bring Arthur over here, he'll recognize me.
No, I'll bring you to him. She'll
Okay,
take out her
that works.
scimitar. I'll walk with him up to Arthur,
It looks like you kind of oddly, but he walks with you. And after probably a couple minutes, you make your way into the camp. And Arthur notices you as the rest of the group turns to see y'all. And he's like, oh.
Is this your scout?
Yeah. Let me guess. He didn't give you any identification.
No.
Yeah. Jameson, I've told you 100 times. Carry something. Dude's just like,
See.
why would I carry something? You know what? He grabs a rock and he writes Arthur. It makes a very loud and screeching noise from his knife on the rock. It's like, Arthur. There we go. How about that, buddy? How about that?
Gotta write it on
Better
the
than
bottom
nothing.
of your shoe.
What's that, Ellie?
I was saying, gotta write it on the bottom of your shoe. Property of Arthur.
My shoe ain't Arthur's. I don't want his stinky feet in my shoe. And he like puts the rock into like his one of his bags. He's like, anyways, here to tell y'all, now that Arthur's here at least, that the Dragonborn camp is just a little bit up the ways. Not sure how you want to play this out, sir, but now I wasn't really expecting you to have a party with you. It's just they knew. You guys knew?
Well, okay.
I'm just watching him.
We insisted to come with Arthur because he's a bit of an old timer. He needs some fresh help.
Arthur kind
Hence
of looks
why
almost sad at
Jackson
that statement.
is. That's why Jackson is at Mercy, and we are with Arthur instead of protecting the town. No,
Ah.
it's mostly because in case for some reason Arthur got trapped or something went bad with the deal, he'd have some backup.
Well, old timer, I guess this is your time to lay down and die. So, have fun, I
No.
guess? This guy does not seem
No.
very nice, by the way. But he's like, well,
Mhm.
I'll be over that ridge. He points over to like a very small hill. But yeah, so I'll be over there. You guys have fun with the Dragonborns. Arthur, try not to die. They seem kind of mean, kind of a little bit mean. So
Mean like how?
yeah. And well, the main Dragonborn leader person, they seem very much so itching for a fight. I watched him kill another Dragonborn 2 days ago.
Mm.
Yep, went through the
Infighting.
foot all the way up. Was not meant to be a good death. So yeah, don't piss them off. Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
Ellie's gonna turn to Avrin.
Shrug.
Arthur shakes
Let's
his
not
head.
piss off the Dragonborn.
I can try. No
Not
promises.
to piss them off, which means no stealing stuff.
Jameson just
they
kind
have
of like
money?
shrugs for a moment and before he just kind of starts leaving.
I watch.
Ellie's
If
gonna
you meant to
turn
ask him if
Arthur.
they had money, he did not reply.
Ellie's gonna turn to Arthur and it's like, well, he's lovely folk. Did you hire
Yeah,
him?
he has a couple issues, and by a couple I mean a lot. That's one of the reasons why he's a skeleton, isn't one of the guards.
Yeah.
Yeah, last time he was
Yeah.
in the actual like town, 3 people tried killing him.
I bet one of them was Jackson. Not be surprised.
Oddly enough, the 2 of them never met.
That's probably a good thing.
Maybe. Anyways,
Sorry.
alright, game plan. Right.
Are we
so,
camping for the night? I already forgot.
Oh, you already spent the night camping.
Okay, yeah.
So feel free to add a long rest. But yeah, so he's like, all right, so my game plan that I'm thinking of, right, is that I'm going to walk up to the camp, say hello, and ask them politely to fuck off. Yeah? What do you guys think?
It's a
I
plan?
think we should have brought Jackson with us. What kind of plan is that? Please tell me that's not the exact words you're going to say.
Ollie just like walking
No.
back. Ollie just like walking back midway into this. I mean, I think that might do better if you sat down and thought about it a bit more with a cognigen on board or something.
It'll be fine. I won't tell them to fuck off. I will just tell them, what are you doing on my lands? Please leave. You know, something like that. I'll figure it out.
Just like still staring at him blankly. I'm preparing the cognigen right now.
So what's our goal here? Are we trying to kill them or what?
At the moment, we're
question.
trying to figure out why they're here, and if their intent is to kill Mercy, convince them not to, and if they refuse to, murder all of them. Yep.
Honestly, yeah. Because I'd hate Mercy to be attacked while we're out trying to end a war.
Pretty much.
I can try sneaking inside, see if they have anything on, like, why they're here.
You could do that. That's true. That's true.
I could kidnap one of them, interrogate them,
No.
threaten them.
Kidnapping would set off alarms.
Depends on
Honestly,
how
sir,
you kidnap.
Have you not
Honestly,
learned anything from Jackson?
Honestly, messing with just about anything could potentially. He set off an alarm based on how many there are.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. I sneak inside, see if they've got anything, lure one of them outwards, kidnap them, threaten with death, such. I have a couple of spells, a couple of ways.
I don't mean to interrupt, but they literally killed one of their own for fun. I don't think the threat of death is going to do very much.
I'll figure it out.
Why not just let the Kenku handle this? Y'all suck at interrogation and
Well,
speaking proper.
what?
You heard me.
Just like looking over at him and just like, I really hate the fact that I cannot argue against that.
How many people have I gotten us through at this point somehow?
Too many. That's why
I
I'm not
should at
arguing.
least tag along because I know a lot of languages.
You actively just tried to stab an ally.
I didn't know it was an
True.
ally. There was no proof.
I mean, we can have
You need to
practice
learn to trust
interrogations on
people.
Arthur, and whoever does the best interrogation can go. How about that?
Arthur just kind of looks at y'all confused, so he's like,
I won't say anything. I'll just tag along. It's better to have at least one more person with you if you get into a fight right
true.
away.
And plus, Marina's really good at hiding.
all right, well, how about we go about like this, right? Who here can sneak?
I
Just,
raise
like,
my
Raises
hand.
his hand.
Marino. Yeah.
I'm just gonna put
Ellie can kinda can in the trees.
I'm just gonna put the bottle of
Invisibility.
yeah, the bottle of vanishing cream, quote unquote vanishing cream, in the center of the area. Just like it kind of helps.
I have shoes that make my steps inaudible. I have a cloak that allows me to teleport through shadows. I have an invisibility spell. I'm just really good at sneaking in general.
I've been trained in sneaking, and
Why don't we
It's
just
just what I
all
do.
go?
well, because you want to just interrogate them first, right?
I mean, why not just, talk to them, interrogate and talk? Well, you know what? That word is interchangeable with this group.
Arthur is giving such a concerned look.
You know what? I want to have a conversation. I want to just walk in, say hello, ask them what they're up to. If they tried to kill us, Molotov.
Molotov?
Rowena and
Molotov.
Ellie will fall out of the trees and stab them. Okay, got it.
How many of those things do you still have?
20. I restocked, remember?
You only used like 2 of them with the mushroom place, so.
Yeah, and remember, I have an infinite supply at what's-his-face's.
Tommy's.
Yeah, because I paid him a platinum for his most flammable booze, which was just normal booze. And he just said, if you ever need booze, just come back and I'll give you more.
Yeah, he still has 7 from the mushroom place, so, and he refilled it recently, so. We're pretty good. Except the issue is we're in a very deep forest, so I wouldn't recommend that.
I feel I'm going to regret having given you the initial batch.
To be fair, you wouldn't have stopped me. And it did get us the sickle.
That is true.
So we're going in. That's the
logic.
that's the plan.
Yeah.
I'll just take to the trees. I'm not. I mean, I'm
I'll stick
kind of
with you.
good at talking to people, but not that good.
I'm a
Arthur-
scout. I'm not words. I'm eyes, man.
Arthur nods. All right, so I'm planning on just walking in there, right? Finding the biggest guy, talking them down, right? Bill can help me with that. Bill can walk in and be like, "Yo, I'm Bill," right? All right, and Ellie and Rowena, you two can stick to the trees, and if they start attacking, either shoot them or jump down and stab them, whichever one you prefer.
Gotta have the scary, threatening ones in the trees. And then the nicer looking people do the talking.
Oliver,
Oh, you think
looks
I
like
look
that
nice.
potion could put some good use for you. And Averin,
Want to use that tree
Hmm?
practice you have been working on the past week?
If I use the vanishing cream, there's not really going to be much support I can give you in terms of cognitive gen. Not gonna lie. Then again, I guess you already declined it, so
I should be fine, probably, maybe.
Oh, I was kind of hoping to just walk into the heart of the camp and just sneak around, see what I can turn up.
All right,
Get into
you
trouble,
sneak
all that
into
sort
their
of.
Okay,
camp.
not start trouble. Not
I-
start trouble.
you know,
And Ellie's
you
gonna
know.
grab her fry pan and get it close to everyone's face. It's like, not cause trouble till we need it. Thank you.
But
Like
what if
wagging your finger.
But what if I stumble onto some useful information
You
No
and
ain't
idea
get
what
valuable
it
items?
take it. Just don't get don't get caught. Oh my goodness. Don't get caught. I'm stumbling over my words there.
You know, even better. Doctor, you can give her the invisibility potion, and you can walk with me and
Oh.
Bill.
I'm just gonna put on the doctor's mask.
The most non-threatening looking people of the group are going to talk with the Dragonborns. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
The one prone to anger is staying back. Me. Yes, I know.
You should have seen my duel with Jackson.
I mean, if you want
Yeah.
to move in a bit, you could use the vanishing cream, just pointing towards the bottle of a white cream-like substance.
Well, I thought Averin was going to use that. Go sneak around. Grab some stuff.
I mean, anybody could, honestly.
Yeah. So how about we do like this? Me, Bill, and the doctor too. You could heal us if we start dying. Can walk in. Averin, you can take that invisibility potion, sneak around the place, and find whatever information you might need, depending on if they die or not. It might be useful, or it could be useful if there's other parties. I don't actually know how many of these guys there are. And you two can be our eyes in the sky, so to speak.
We don't know how many people there are. Wait, let me just go. I'm just going to look. Marina's going to go look and see real quick.
Okay. Let
Careful
me.
scouting.
Yeah. Doing scouting things.
Yeah. Let me do that.
Quick,
There you go.
take a peek, come back.
Looks like there's 3 of sorcerer-like guys.
Mhm.
3 dudes with just a straight up axe, or short sword, I think is what that is. Yeah, short sword. One has a short sword, one has a short bow on his back, and the short sword, and one has a halberd. 3 dudes who look like sorcerers. One dude who looks really fucking intimidating. He's wearing solid plate armor. He has a great axe in his hands, and he looks very irritated. You don't know a whole lot about Dragonborns, but you do know they look irritated as shit. And then another guy who looks like a much more advanced version of a sorcerer. He's wearing a quarterstaff, has a javelin on his back, and he also looks semi-irritated. They're all around a campfire, talking to each other. And you notice that the 3 dudes with martial weapons are really staying away from these 2 boys, not wanting to be anywhere near them.
So there's 2. Does one look more in charge than the other?
He's wearing full plate armor, so it looks like he might be in charge.
How far away are they from my group?
You're probably around, if I had to guess. Oops, that's not how. Stop that. Stop it. But probably about 100 feet.
Okay. So they have a bit of a ways to get in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'll go back and I'll tell them what's up.
Cool.
So you guys know what I know.
Did you see anything shiny and or valuable looking?
I wasn't exactly looking for that. I was just scoping it out real quick.
Shoot.
Plate armor
Well, I
looked in
guess
good
I'll see.
condition.
I mean, the armor we can get after we kill them if we kill them. I'm not gonna say that's valuable because then it's gonna tempt. It's gonna influence us to lean towards fighting.
All right.
So does
Okay.
that
is the
seem like a
100
good
feet?
plan?
Is all of it empty?
Pretty much. It's like
Okay.
it's up to about probably like the 100 feet that you were at, about 75 feet of that was clearing, and then about you were hiding behind a tree essentially. So they're in a solid clearing, and then around that
Yeah.
is a bunch of trees, and then where you are and past is a bunch of trees.
Okay, so I can get a little bit closer while waiting for them to do the talking.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm down.
Cool. So Arthur kind of stands up as he rolls his shoulders. He's like, "All right, so everyone, you go sneaky sneak."
Mm-hmm.
All
I'm
right.
taking the vanishing cream then.
Nice. I think that lasts for
It's
actually
an
Oliver
hour.
if you want.
It lasts for an hour or until she casts a spell or attacks, whichever happens first.
All right.
Also,
cool.
that is my free cast, so no slots needed.
Nice. And then I'm going to move this hopefully into the correct pals. Oh my god, what the fuck? Okay, go on.
Don't worry, guys. I have a plan to get us talking.
Okay.
Okay, I will. Okay, hold on. Oh, I'm okay.
Old.
Honey.
I got this. I got
Old.
this. Trying to figure out which part is which on. Oh my god. Oh, this looks so weird. Okay, there we
you
go.
go.
Okay, I got it. Okay, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Does that help?
I don't know what you did.
I got rid of the Mercy picture.
Yes. Except that it doesn't auto change for me.
It changed it on stream. You're just not lined up in stream.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Did you mess with the tokens again? I think you messed with the tokens.
They.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Okay.
Maybe.
There's 2 folders
Yeah,
of
okay.
tokens. Which
Oh.
one?
Alright, so it's the bomb token. Bomb tokens.
Okay.
But they need to be changed. So I'll stick on this for a second. Let you change.
Yeah, I gotta quickly be right back because I gotta go check
Well,
stuff.
Not a
real quick.
problem. Alright.
Oh,
Maybe it'll adjust when I move
up.
over. No, it doesn't. Okay. So unfortunately, it doesn't change when I move over, so that's fine, probably.
Okay, so it's not the bottom one, it's the top one. Okay.
Oh, wait. Ooh, boop. There we go, maybe. Okay.
Why is your screen so high up?
I don't know. Don't worry, guys. I'll fix this effectively.
There you are. Okay, found you.
Yeah, that's because I changed things a little bit.
Yeah. Well, okay, showing on my end is different than yours.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
So it should be working.
It doesn't auto change, unfortunately.
Well, me
Which one?
removing the Mercy photo did auto change it.
Except that it's still there.
Mm,
See?
okay, it's not okay. The Mercy photo is no longer showing. Okay. You know what?
Wow. What is it doing? What's it doing?
It
That's the
did
wrong one.
disappear
Yeah, no, that's because I'm editing it. Don't
for a
worry about it.
moment. Okay, you know,
fine.
stop editing it.
I have to edit it. It's on my side.
Okay. And I'm trying to help fix it up on my end.
But it's not going
Anyway.
to change on your end is the problem. Why is this on? There we go. Proper screen. There we go. Don't worry, guys. Normal
Whatever.
bickering. Normally it does fix on your end, but needs time to adjust. Now I don't have that time, so I'm going to adjust. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's okay, guys. Don't freak out.
Nope.
It's okay, guys.
Highly bothered.
We got this.
Don't,
We got this. We
don't
got
be
this.
bothered. That's me. That's Oliver. I got this. Don't worry about it. It's Bill. Ellie. Don't worry, guys.
Hmm?
It's gonna be a lot of fixing.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Sure, why is there no Averin? I want to change this to Averin. It's fine.
I need to figure out how to use the system a bit better because I just accidentally create a measuring point.
Oh, that's
Whoops.
fine. There we go. Yeah, the system is fun to use, but it's also very weird. There we go. I got you. Oop, nice. Okay.
Thank you.
Bill. Don't worry, it's almost good. It almost looks pretty, guys.
Yeah, the top token folder has the correct icons.
Does it? No, it
Should
doesn't.
have.
No. None of them are correct either. It's the stream kit ones still. It's
Which
what
is
I'm
weird
changing
because
of the
we
bottom
used it not
one.
that long ago.
I know. It's very weird. We did fix this like what, 2 weeks ago? Week ago?
2 weeks ago because we had the battle.
Yeah. So it seems to revert, which I don't like. It needs to not do that. I need it to do what we want it to do so that it can work properly, you know? Don't worry, guys. I will only kill this thing a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean a lot.
No, I guess it's a good thing we skipped out on that beginning roleplay.
Well, you know. Don't you hang that over me.
Just saying. It's not like I haven't been talking about it for the last week.
Well, you know, it's fine. We can talk about it.
Anyway.
Preemptively go back and fix, you know.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Why is Bill so big? I'm gonna delete the other token folder. Make our lives easier. Yes. Okay, here we go. All right. We're mostly good. How you guys feeling? Mostly good? Mostly good. Cool.
Yeah.
We got this.
Yes.
Yay!
We got Hellfire, Carnage, Murder.
And
It's fine.
pain.
Bill a little bit squished.
And hydration.
Hey, hydration.
Need all the hydration. You're still recovering
Now
from
move
sickness.
Ellie down a little bit. There we go. Okay. There we go.
I have returned. Hello.
Hello. I
Hello.
finally
Hello.
got this stuff fixed up. Mostly. Wait, Averin's still big. Or small.
Would it be a bad time to have you
I don't-
stretch?
Yes.
Okay.
Understood.
I don't see any other tokens besides the ones that are around the fire.
I haven't
No,
put them
so
in yet.
he's fixing up the
Okay.
stream ones.
Yeah, I'm fixing up the overlay.
Oh,
Yeah, making the overlay
okay.
look pretty so
so-
people can actually
Oh.
see what's on the screen.
no.
Oh.
You sounded so nervous to say that.
Technically, you
Very
can add
cute.
yourself to the map.
Wait,
You just drag and drop yourself.
Okay.
there we
You
go.
Drag and
go
drop from where?
into you go to actors and new folder and it shows everyone and you click yourself and drop. So like there I am.
Oh, wait. Oh, interesting. This is new information. This is great information.
I've heard that it's very useful. I just haven't done it very often,
Boop.
you know?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Nice. Ah, look at
There
that.
we go. No, that's...
Off flip. I'm going around. I'm going places. Off flip.
Look how slow I'm going.
I don't have permission to add anyone else, but you can
Whee!
add yourselves and move around.
Add yourself, yo. Okay. We're gonna see how this buddy boo works as well.
gonna
I'm
hide
adding
in
a
the tent.
combat initiative tracker too. Don't know how well that's gonna work just yet, but we're gonna pretend it's going to be awesome. Everyone pretend with me.
Okay, pretending.
Pretend. Okay. So feel free to
forgot
place your people
there's
where
a
you want to place them.
combat
I will
encounter.
put Arthur on the field as well.
I'm trying to decide whether here or here, where I am right now, is a better place. What do you think?
I'd say like back behind. Granted, we're not rogues, so it doesn't matter whether we have the surprise or not on them, but we'd be
Mhm.
about.
I need good line of sight.
Hey, Sin.
Ooh, wrong
Yes.
button.
I'm very tempted to use the lose your glasses
Oh? What does
on
it do
the.
again?
No, it's not an in-game ability. It's on the Twitch.
Oh.
I forgot that was a thing.
Wait,
I
what?
have enough points to do that 8 times,
good.
Sin.
Oh my god. Ellie, what'd you
Except it
add?
doesn't-
Ellie, what horrors did you add?
Well,
Hold on.
okay. I haven't added.
Oh, lose
At
the
least I didn't-
glasses. Oh.
I told you about that one.
You
And you were like, oh,
did.
it won't affect me. It's fine.
It affects Ellie so hard.
It affects me so hard, though.
It makes Ellie's life so much more difficult. I'm
It's
all
fine.
here for it.
It's fine.
I'm
I can
all
do
here
this.
for
I
it.
can just be close to the screen.
Okay, anyways. So, I believe, Averin, you take the invisibility potion, correct?
Uh-huh.
Alright, I will add... Zoom. I will add that to your character. Okay, that's unconscious. Never mind.
Dead. You are dead.
Potion,
That was
gone.
the wrong. That was the wrong flash. That one was poison. Why do you drink that?
Blind,
my
deaf,
gosh.
silenced, frightened. Is there no invisible? I feel like there should be invisible. Burning? You want to be burning?
No.
Burn, disease, poison?
Just mark her blind. It's probably the closest thing, and we already understand and its invisibility. And there's a
Oh wait,
strong
there's
chance.
invisible.
he's gonna
There you
not do
go. Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
You're blue.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Ignore
Baboody
the
baboo.
cage on the map.
Nice.
No, I actually have to calculate in my head. How long would this last?
I do not know.
1,000 turns.
Jesus
What?
Christ.
Yeah,
1,000 turns
invisibility
or
lasts
until
for
you
an
shoot. Mm-hmm.
Invisibility lasts for an hour, or until you attack or cast another spell.
Fair. All right. So,
How big is this box in front of me?
which box? Where are you? This box. I would probably say it's around.
That was.
Probably around 8 feet tall. It's a pretty
Yeah,
big
so
box.
that box was originally meant to hold Arthur's stuff.
No, not the cage. Oh, you mean
No,
the
the box.
Arthur stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
The box I purposely put there because it's like, oh yeah, the idea of him not having his
Ah.
stuff.
Yeah, probably about 8 feet tall or so. It's a pretty big box.
How big is this space here?
That space probably about 5 feet.
Okay, yeah. I'll be more over on this side so I can see through there.
Okay. It's a pretty tall box. But yeah, you can see them sitting at the fire. This boy, the plate armor bud, is chomping on a lot of meat at the moment. As Arthur, Bill, and Oliver kind of walk in.
It's all you. You guys got this.
Averin, you, for the purposes of this, are currently out of combat. So if you guys would like, place your guys' tokens on initiative. You guys do this by right-clicking and clicking that little combat thing on the bottom right, toggle combat state. And then you guys can add more. Where is... Yeah, there you go.
Go to the combat tab on the right side. If you are on there, you should be able to hit the dice to roll for your initiative.
Yeah. Why do you look wrong? Let's see. No, go back to that. I want the full.
I'd still say even if Varn's technically not in initiative right now, she probably should roll for it, just simply for actions she might be taking midway into combat, even if she's not going to be attacking.
The fact y'all have no faith in Bill to get you through this without possibly fighting someone.
Hey, I let you go. I believe. Go.
For shame.
It's more Averin I was concerned about.
There we go. Yeah, feel free to put you guys on to initiative roll, so at least we know who is going where. So Averin and Rowena.
So wait, what am I doing? Wait.
So right-click your character.
Uh-huh.
On the bottom right, it should be 2 swords and a shield, and then click it. Now add you to the combat, and then right next to where the chat is, click that combat encounters, and then click the dice.
Combat and can't click dice. Wait.
It's at the top of the menu. It's the
Yeah,
second
you-
one from the
So
left.
where it says chat messages,
Oh.
you go to the next one. It says combat encounters.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And click the dice? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
Haha.
And we're all
did it.
doing this right now?
What?
Because Ellie's on there. We're all doing this.
Yeah. Everybody's gonna be on that. Mostly so I know roughly in which order to refer to you guys in. And then we'll put that one right. Oh,
We love
very
to see it.
nice. Very, very
I mean,
nice.
if she doesn't want to jump in immediately, she can always say she wants to hold an action.
That is true. That is true. All right, and then I will do that. There we go. Now everyone should be able to see it on the Twitch as well. Hopefully that looks fairly good. We may adjust that in the future, but for now that's what we look at. So Rowena, you are first. You're welcome to hold an action, or you're welcome to do stuff inside your little seat right there. Everyone's in their own spots, which I'll choose. There we go.
Let's see here. How do you do the measuring again?
You should be able to hit control. Yes, control and click, and it'll measure. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna cast as long as they don't know. Hunter's mark on him.
Okay.
I don't think he should know.
If you click Hunter's Mark into the chat, it should tell us if it has verbal components or somatic.
I mean, even outside of the verbal components can technically, he still be said quietly. It just technically needs to be loud enough that would technically be possible for somebody in front of you to hear it.
It does have verbal.
It is verbal, but considering your distance of
60 feet.
45
45. Never mind.
Yeah, 50, 45. He wouldn't be able to hear you. So you're feel free to hit him with that. Begin
Bam,
combat.
I do. It's
that.
done.
There we go. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn? Oops.
Nope, that's all.
Okay. So Bill, is now your turn.
Hello there.
Oh goodness.
The all the Dragonborns take a look over, like all of them turn collectively towards you, and you see the one plate mail. He has a particularly large hunk of meat in his hands. Like, I mean, this thing is like probably like a deer leg, and he looks at you, bites through the leg, including the bone, before standing up into his full height. I believe Dragonborns are taller than most humans. So he is... If I could type properly, this would be lovely. That's not how you spell that. Dragonborns are around well over 6 feet, so I'm gonna say he's about 7 feet tall. So he stands to his full height and looks at you, and from this distance of 40 feet or so, he looks at you and he goes, "Who goes?" You would notice they are all green Dragonborns, with the exception of this guy, who is we'll go with black scales.
A Kenku named Bill. What's up?
I'm actually curious on how I should have him. So we're going to quickly do a fun thing that I have discovered recently to see how I want this Buddy Boo to be. Hold on just one moment, folks. Don't care. We're actually going to ignore that. He looks at you and he's like, a Kanku. I have not heard of Kanku before.
Bill just walks up. You don't got no fear. He's stupid, not smart.
All right, feel free to move. You should be able to move since it's
As he
your turn.
gets into the range of the fire properly. Well, we're technically bird people. Hello.
Like the dragonborn next to you kind of like stares at you for a second, reaching towards his sword. For the plate mail one kind of shoots him a look, and you see the man's hand go away from his sword immediately. It's just one look towards him. And he looks back at you and goes, "Bird, we eat birds."
Yes, but this bird has booze. Do you want to have a drink with said bird?
We don't drink.
Why not?
It clouds the mind.
Takes the edge off a hard day, too. So what y'all doing out here?
We are preparing for war.
A war with who?
Any war.
Any war?
Yes. We seek to fight. We only want to fight. He is 6 feet 10 inches, by the way. He is a muscular build, and he has piercing yellow eyes.
It's kind of odd you're all the way down here, then. If you head straight north, you'd be in the thick of a war.
If we go north, we will have to wait. We wish to fight groups, any form of fighting, and we hear that a town nearby has combats.
I mean, they have sport fighting. They don't really kill each other.
Sport fighting?
Yeah.
What is that?
Bill gets on top of his bag, prepares himself for a performance.
Okay. Okay, yeah, tell me what you're doing.
As Bill explains, gladiatorial combat to these dragonborns.
Oh my god. Roll me
In
performance
a very
real quick.
fanciful and bardic way.
You know what? You're on your bag. Give me advantage for that. Arthur stares at you dumbfounded, refusing to step closer.
Bill having no sense of... Hold on.
Oh dang, he's actually in range. I can Flash of Genius him too.
Oh my
And
god.
I think I will. That's an 18.
Jesus Christ. You are telling a fucking story. You're describing things in vivid imagery. And let's see. How do I want them to take it? Let's see. We'll go with the first general. Alright. Plate armor dude is very much so into this shit. Sorcerers are not. The random other guys are also into it. So you see the plate armor dude, Buddy Boo, right here. He's listening with rapt attention. He is very much so into it. He is leaning forwards. He's taking chunks out of the leg meat he has. The soldiers next to you are also listening very intently. But all 4 of these elementalists, the sorcerers and whatnot, they look at you and they look past you at the guy in full plate armor and the guy wearing a mask. And you see this caster who has the core staff. He starts to stand up and rest himself. He's a little bit older, and he rests himself on his staff as you're in your full performance. And you definitely have the attention of the plate armor and the other guys. We're also going to call the plate armor guy Valaxrar. Let me type that out for you guys. I'm gonna call him Vlax for easier. Valtraxar. Oops, that's not how you spell that at all. Valtraxar.
T.
Yes. Wait, sorry, wrong guy. On. Not that guy. Oh, wait. Nope. God damn it. Copied it. Yeah. There. That guy. That guy's Vlax. Vlath. Yes, Vlath. And but you have their rapt attention. You do notice that the sorcerer guy over here is not interested in you. He's interested in the people behind you.
I see you see my compatriots.
The
One of the
mhm.
members of the town that has fighting for sport.
Arthur steps forward at this and he goes, "Yes, our town does fight for sports. We fight for gladiator arena combats. It is a masterpiece to be shown." The older folk, he doesn't look particularly satisfied with this. We're going to call him, how do you spell this? Glath, Galthaarion. That's how you spell his name, probably. Galathiorn. And he's a little bit older, and he's resting on his quarterstaff, and he goes, "Why do we care about gladiator combats when we could simply kill the town?"
What's the
Companion
point of killing the
seems.
town if you have no one to fight after you're done?
Then we go and fight others. If they are not strong enough to beat us, they are not strong enough to live.
Is that your philosophy on life?
That is ours.
So when there's only one of you left because you've killed each other, because you've killed everyone else because they're weaker than you, what will that person do? Kill themselves?
We'll stand above all the rest, and then we'll go across the seas. If the seas kill us, the sea is stronger. If not, then we kill what's in the sea, and we continue onwards. Krakens, dragons, we'll kill them all. See the plate mail dude of Laxar. He doesn't seem to really appreciate what's his name? Galathion's words, but he doesn't say anything. He just kind of sits back down with his leg meat. He looks particularly irritated.
So you want to kill everything and everyone because you have some weird mentality. You have a mentality of kill them all or be killed because that is the right way. Am I getting that correct?
Mostly, we kill because we find fun in the murder. It's glory. We don't kill those who don't have the forces to attack. That's boring.
Wouldn't it be boring if you kill all the forces? All that's left are the normal people, wouldn't that be right? Then you would
True.
need to fight them because you would have no one else to fight but yourselves. Then again, you go back to what I said earlier. There's only one of you left because you ended up cannibalizing one another in a war unending.
What would you have us
Then
do,
you go
young
across the
kangaroo?
sea. Then you go across the sea, try to find someone else to fight with your singular entity, and you'll likely be swallowed up by the ocean as the rapids cannot be fought. They simply exist as a force of nature itself.
So you think this glory battle? Sorry, better idea?
I mean, for one, Bill kind of points at the plate mill one. You gain strength, you keep your enemy alive, they get stronger because they want to beat you. Therefore, it becomes an unending cycle of gaining strength. Because one day you're beating them, the next day they're beating you. The next day after that, you're getting stronger because you want to beat them again. An unending battle is what gladiatorial combat can be. If you spare your enemy, of course. If you and your enemy have the same mindset of, we want strength. As Bill once again stands back up on his bag, and he like grabs into his bag, pulls out the Morning Star, and just drops it in front of him. No, head first, so it stabs into the ground.
Ice starts to coat the ground around it.
This is something I gained through methods like that.
Impressive.
My
You
enemy's
must
still
be a
alive.
warrior.
He can one day come back and reclaim his weapon. but he has to be stronger before then.
Do you fight for fun, Kenku, or do you fight to survive?
Depends on the day.
Fascinating.
If I'm fighting to survive, it's because there is no ability to share a conversation with my enemy. If I'm fighting for fun, it's because me and my enemy share the idea that a battle can be fun.
Why do you prefer not to kill? If you kill them, they can't come back. Sure, you can have fights later, but their intent is to kill every single time they come back. You fight, you survive, they get angry. You fight again, you survive, they get angrier. And you do this enough times, they might try to do worse.
Isn't that
Doesn't
what you want, though? A stronger opponent?
True, that is
Someone
what
to prove your
we
mettle
might want,
against?
but for someone like you, Kenku, I see a diverseness in your words to how you may feel. Do you think it's because we should feel that way, or do you feel it too?
I mean, I don't typically fight in the sense of blades. I fight in the sense of minds. I fight in the sense of alcohol, weirdly enough. The stronger the alcohol, the stronger my will is to overcome it and to beat those who also drink it with me. A game of sorts. Whoever stays awake or alive longer wins. Whoever other dies from the poisoning or passes out loses. You take what they have. They have the ability always to get it back, but can they even remember the next morning whether you have their thing or not? So they go to search. They find stronger they find stronger substances to try, and the cycle continues, maybe not with the same people, but with another person. At least that's my philosophy. Always find the opportunity to gain new things, to gain stronger things. This Morning Star was from such an event. I did not kill my opponents, but rather learned new things by talking to them, as I have learned new things with you. Whether I'm an opponent or not is up to you, however.
You are a fascinating bird. Do your companions share the same view? Do you think that if I were to throw a lightning bolt at them right now, they would not hesitate to try killing us all?
That's completely up to you.
Hmm,
People fight to protect themselves, do they not?
true.
They can spare people, but that is their choice, not mine. As I can only speak for myself, as each one here also is an individual. I do not speak for a whole, rather I speak for a sum. I do not speak for the whole or the sum, but I speak for a perspective.
You see, Vlax kind of start to get up again. He cracks his neck and he's like, my clan have been fighting folks for generations. We go around, we find those suitable to fight. We kill, we slaughter, we move on. We leave those behind who do not seek to fight, or who do not have the ability to fight, shall we say. But they get stronger after times. The loss of their families often prompt them to get stronger to fight. I seek combats, as do most of the companions around me. We seek to fight, to gain the glory of combats. Do you really think that a simulated battle, one without death, can really satisfy that need, bird?
Hey, Arthur,
Yep.
does fighting someone to near death feel satisfying when you come out victorious?
Typically, yeah, it's pretty fun, especially if you like take your he looks at his hand for a second and realizes he does not have a mace, and he goes, sword, as he pulls out his sword. And slash them. I'm bear with a mace, I'll be honest. But you slash them and stash them, and eventually they fall to your feet. And if they get back up, you can share a meal with them and then fight the next day. It's pretty entertaining, to be honest, especially if you get them drunk beforehand. I've done that a couple times, but not as impressive as when I killed a bear with my bare hands.
And like that, we lost him. Animals are one thing, people are another. People can perfect techniques and you can learn new things. If you
That's true.
don't mind my prodding, is that why there's so few of you in this group? Because you've left the rest behind or they've died in combat?
Many of my clan, the Dragonborns, are wanderers. We go from place to place. We've seen the wastes of Cataclysm, the cold and dark. We have seen the heat and metal of Helios. We have seen the Trail of Blight Tears. We've walked from one end to the other. We have seen dragons and other foes. And many of them have died. That is true. But many have simply laid down their arms and have settled down, shall we say. The ones that remain in this are the fighters. We seek combat. We walk around for combat, and all of us value that combat with our lives.
Fascinating.
What do you seek, Kanku? What are your values?
Bill kind of just sits there for a second and just doesn't say anything for a minute. As he kind of like positions his hand in a certain way. I seek to see the soul, to understand what I've seen before me. In a weird way, I guess. At least in one aspect. I seek many things. New experiences, shiny objects, interesting people with diverse mindsets. Something worth fighting for.
Vlax is going to kind of just kind of drop his whatever's left of the bone in his hands into the fire, grab his axe and yeet it right directly in front of you, like landing pretty much like a foot away from your bag. And he goes, "If I challenged you, Bird, or one of your teammates to a battle, would you accept or would you decline?"
Bill looks at him dead face. Remember, Bill doesn't understand the concept of danger. It's in his character traits.
Yeah.
As you see, as Bill steps off of his bag, steps onto the axe itself, gets on the top of the hilt and goes, "I would gladly accept, because that's one way to see your mindset. And if I win, I have a proposition.
Oh.
If I win, your group has to leave this town alone. I'm not going to ask you to stop looking for a good fight. However, I will simply request that you do not attack this specific town. I will not stop what you want to do, as that's not my place in life. I simply want to understand, and if you win, well, I'll likely be dead, correct?
Indeed, fight to the death is how we battle.
I refuse to kill you. As I want to show you a mindset outside of yours. Therefore, I refuse to fight you in that mindset. However, I will still bring down the full force of my abilities upon you.
Fascinating.
I know how to stop myself from killing someone.
While everyone's talking, we're going to skip past the Elementalist and him, as they've pretty much just kind of moved to form almost a circle of sorts around him as he kind of moves there. They're giving you a wide breadth at this point. Averin, you are invisible. The rest of the group is listening at the moment, but you are invisible. So while they're having discussion, Bill is performing and so on, what would you like to do?
So you see these like tents, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like flipping enter each and all of them, see what they've got to offer.
Okay.
I'm just gonna steal everything they own.
Where Bill's made a mistake. Okay, well, you'll be able to investigate this first one while they're talking. Roll me a d20.
Yeah. Okay. No, wrong one. Okay, and boop, and boop. It's a perfect
Very
10.
nice. Perfect 10. All right. You see, they don't really carry a whole lot with them. Um, say I still find them alone. That's his intention at the moment. But you find a couple of things inside of the tent. Mostly it's weapons. So a couple short swords. There's a bow in there. There's a lot of arrows. There's not a whole lot of money, but there is indeed a bunch of coins. So various amounts. Sorry, not coins. Meat. There's a various amounts of meat, dried meat specifically, hanging from the walls and the ceiling. Looks like this is their storage area.
Hmm. I'm gonna take the meat.
Okay,
Bill's already shown that you can store food in these bags of holding, so just take all that.
fair enough. All right, just start shoving into your bag. All right, there's a little bit of noise. Roll me a stealth check, because
Yeah.
you are pulling meat off of hooks to some degree or off of the walls and stuff. So, yeah, nope, you're not making like any noise. Never mind. All right. Ellie, you're watching this thing go down. You hear inside the tent next to you a little bit of shuffling and ruffling, but you also are mostly focusing on the fact that Bill's essentially propositioning the idea that he's going to fight them alone. You there, Ellie? You are
Probably
muted.
internally screaming at the
I-
moment.
Yeah, about to say she's like kind of panicking, catching a glance at Rowena, like, the fuck? Like, what do we do? I just like
Rowena shrugs.
without saying anything but gesturing. It's like, oh my gosh, ah.
Boy trying to die.
But there's literally nothing I can do. So Ellie's just going to sit and watch and wait, I guess.
All right. Cool. Hold your thing. This guy just moves a little bit. Oliver, you're watching from a very good vantage point. Bill essentially offering to do a 1v1 gladiator combat style fight.
Above game, I am currently debating if casting aid would get me in trouble.
Probably not.
You could do it. You could try to sleight of hand that, maybe.
You could, yeah.
Basically, I have to gas the ground flavor-wise to trigger this.
Be like, I'm killing a bug, don't worry.
Don't worry, guys. I kind of have a weird plan that might work, and it might not. But I also may end up killing my opponent if I do it right. It's a risk I'm willing to take.
I'm gonna insight the person who challenged him specifically to try and decide if I'd get in trouble for that. Assuming that's all right.
Yeah, you can insight him. From what you can tell, this dude is extremely honor-based. From what Vlaxar has specifically stated, not as much Gothron, but what Vlaxar has said is that he doesn't really kill those who stay out of combat. He only kills warriors, essentially. So based on that, you can assume that he's an extremely honor-based person, and so you're not entirely sure if aid would set off that honor, being like, oh, he's getting outside help kind of thing. But based on what you know of honor, it's likely that outside help in the middle of combat is bad. But since you're out of combat, at least right now, you could suggest it, and that might probably work.
Would you like a little bit of how to put it? Would you like a little bit of emboldening of your skin to assist in this battle?
Bill looks at him. What do you think? No, he looks at the guy he's fighting.
Oh, okay. I love the idea. Like that. For a moment, I thought you looked at Oliver. I was like, "What do you think?" the Vlaxar looks at you and goes, "Can you fight at full strength as you are, you do not seem a martial fighter, bird. There is a height difference you may have noticed.
I mean, maybe, maybe not. If you want the best fight, you could let him do it. Up to you, however.
You may do
I am-
so, bird face. He kind of looks at Oliver's like Chromas thing. Your friend here may need all the help he can get if he wishes to fight me in combat.
Wonderful to hear that there's an agreement. I'm going to cast Aid. The targets will be Arthur, Bill. Actually, how far can this travel? Only 30 feet. So I would have to use myself as my third target.
Okay.
Okay, so Aid procs and heal yourself and give yourself 5 bonus HP. This is not temp HP. This is just added to your max.
Okay. But yeah, so he looks at you for a second. Yeah, he notices the glow around you. He goes, "Good. A fight is what I seek." And then what was his name again? Gothrion. And he just like looks at you and he goes, "Are you sure you wish to pick this battle, bird? You are small."
You know, a lot of people have said I'm small. As Bill pulls out 2 Molotovs. But they really don't say much when they're burning.
Oh
I'm a bard. I fight with magic, tools, and anything I can get my hands on. A battle's a battle. As Bill just sits there. By the way, I recommend you be careful.
Yeah, I'll start moving away. Yeah.
I hear today is supposed to rain.
You see the dry Vlaxar, he like kind of stomps out the fire in front of him, which we will illustrate with a pencil drawing of that. There we go. I kind of wish that was a different color, but yeah, we'll go with the blue.
It's okay.
There we go. There we go. That looks pretty cool, actually. But we'll do that. There we go. That didn't work.
As Bill just yells, "Don't worry, I've got a plan." Kinda.
Arthur is like, I hope you do. Yeah, really, really hope you do.
Ravena's just like, yeah, okay. Let him do what he wants to do.
Yeah. All right. So it's now Ruben's turn. You see all of the Dragonborn slowly backing the fuck up once he pulls out the 2 Molotovs. The Dragonborn, Vlaxar, putting out the fire, in front of him, and oops, I didn't mean to do that. And his Grey Axe is still in front of Bill.
Bill's on top of it, remember?
Oh yeah, right. You jumped on it. Never mind. Yeah. So Bill's on top of the axe. So yeah, that's what you're seeing at the moment.
I'm just gonna kind of scoot a little forward. That's all I do.
All right, cool. So Bill, is now your turn. Arthur is getting increasingly concerned, and his grip is kind of tightening on his sword as he's watching this, as he kind of moves over here as well.
Hey, I have a very important question. This guy's seen a lot of battles, right?
From what you can tell, yes, he has a lot of scarring on him.
Question: does his horns have any cracks that are 1 inch?
Oh no, Bill, no!
Oh my god,
Bill, no!
I Bill, yes.
How to put the fear of God into your DM.
This is why you don't hand someone like me magical items.
Fuck.
This is why you should be very careful when you create magical items, period, because chances are if the player gets their hands on them, they will use them.
I would say
Rolls.
yes. His horn is littered with
That's Arthur.
with cracks and scars from many years of battle. He looks to be like middle-aged almost for a dragonborn. And many cracks from battle. It looks like his ones go up and back, kind of similar to Oliver's.
Okay. Bell jumps towards him and into his horns.
Oh my god. So that is a distance of 20 feet. So you... How's your thing where you post your boots?
It's
Hat.
not the boots.
It's a hat.
Hold on. It's the coat,
It's the coat. Right, coat.
I think. Hold on.
No, is it a hat? No, it's the hat. Okay.
Is it the hat?
Yeah, it's the hat. Oh, you also get -3 perception checks. Interesting. Okay, cool.
Mistakes were made.
Yeah, so you're able to do that. He's going to reaction attempt to essentially dodge. He's gonna do athletics. At disadvantage because he was not expecting this shit in the slightest. That's a 16.
Remember that when you pull it out, it's going to be 2 different rolls next to each other. Make sure to look at those rolls.
Yeah, that's a 8 and
It's 8.
Plus is 8. So that's a
15.
16. And so you managed to get onto him. Not quite on his horns just yet, but like he dodges out of the way as you land essentially on his shoulder.
I like how you didn't even have me roll anything.
Oh, I should have you roll, I guess.
Yeah, you should probably have the other person
We'll have you do
roll.
athletics. Do athletics.
I don't expect this to go well, but you know what? That's kind of the point. Is that it's not meant to be going great.
Oh, I forgot your strength was so
Yeah, I have a -9. That's why I was like, you should probably have me roll. I'm not that strong.
That's
It's
fair.
Flash of Genius him again.
Oh my god, you match. Meet it, beat it. For everything, including checks. You actually do, with a flash of genius, manage to get into it. He dodges, and like for a second, you manage to hit his shoulder. You bounce off of his scales into his horn as he like looks around and he goes, "What? Where'd they go?
I'm still here."
Ah, the fuck?"
As I'm gonna pull out my bag of holding.
Oh my god, what?
This
Okay.
is why you don't hand someone like me magical items.
Oh, that's deeply concerning. Okay.
So you know how the bag of holding doesn't have air in it?
Uh-huh.
Oh
Oh
no.
my god.
I mean, at least it's not a mimic bag.
It's true.
So what I want to do when he's distracted enough, jump out of his horn and cover his head and close up the bag of holding around his head.
I think that would be another athletics, but he is
I'll be
me
a
touch
strength
power.
check.
That
Yes. That.
would be another athletics with him at disadvantage once again because he has no idea what the fuck you're doing. And then for you as well, that's a 19. You ain't going.
Please.
Oh my god. That was so close to a 20. Jesus Christ.
Oliver, help!
I already used my reaction with the first Flash of Genius is the problem.
You managed to get out, you put the thing on top of him for a second, but you aren't able to close it before he grabs your hands, and he is much stronger than you. So he grabs your hands, and from your positioning, though, he can't really get you off of him properly, but that's going to be the second. Elementalist is not going to step in. Arthur is heavily debating stepping in at the moment.
I have a
But he's-
question.
Uh-huh.
Me and Ellie heard everything, right? Even though we're pretty far away.
Yeah. You guys will
Okay.
hear everything. Bill is not a
So-
quiet talker.
No.
Could I distract him enough that Bill could maybe roll again?
You will be able to on your turn.
Okay.
Since Rowena has been holding her action this round, she is welcome to do something if she wishes to.
No.
Okay. So Arthur is going to heavily debate stepping in, but he's not. There's 7 other Dragonborns staring down at you. He's not gonna. He's not gonna step in just yet. The Dragonborn is going to attempt to throw you to the ground. That's going to be opposing strength checks. 17, about 16, 19. Yeah, he pretty much just like bodily lifts you up, flips you around, and slams you into the ground. And then he's going to... What?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and he's going to walk over, grab his great axe, and walk back over to you. About 5 feet or so. And he's going to go, I am sorry, bird. And he's going to slam it down towards you. Let's see if it meets or beats your AC. This was a bad plan on your part, by the way.
That beats it.
All right,
Oh,
cool.
so
Oh no.
do you really think Bill... To be fair, my plan was to just kind of suffocate him, so...
Yeah. It's a good plan for Bill, but...
Oh no! Oh my goodness, that's so many
gonna hurt.
dice!
That's going to hurt a lot. Yeah, you also feel, as it hits you, you feel dark energy. Like, you can even... from your ability... I think you have Arcana? Yes?
Yep.
Oh, you do not? Okay, shockingly. But just being College of Spirits, you can feel that's necrotic damage seeping into, pretty much he sinks it into your shoulder, and you can feel it, like, crawling through your veins. It's not a pleasant feeling, especially with necrotic damage flowing up. And he, like, pulls it back out of you, and he goes, do you yield? You are not the opponent I would normally face.
You know, that plan was meant to work. I forget I'm not very strong physically.
It almost worked. I was not expecting you to crawl into my horn.
To be fair, I did say I wasn't a normal fighter.
This is true.
But you did kind of forget one thing.
Oh.
How are you with fire?
That's gonna probably give you a moment to do whatever you're wishing to do.
His axe is made of metal, yeah?
Yeah.
I would like
The
to
entire
heat
thing.
metal, specifically the handle.
Ooh, all right. Yeah, feel free to post that in the chat here.
And I'm going to upcast that to, I think it's like level 4.
God damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
upcast that to level 4.
I want to say you did that as a bonus action because he specifically is holding like back to wait on you. So feel free to do that. Let me throw out Constitution save real quick.
He still takes full damage, succeed or fail.
Yep. He passes the Constitution, but he's going to take full damage, which I don't know. Let's see. That's 2d8 plus, you said 4d8. 17 damage. Okay. You see it like searing into his hand, and you can smell it too as it's burning through his hand, and he does wince for a second, but instead of like letting go, he grips it tighter and stares down at you.
Neat.
Averin, you pop out of the tent at this point, and you see Bill freely bleeding from his shoulder, just blood flowing down his shoulder. Small amounts of almost blackish veins kind of seeping from the wound, and dude standing above him, hands smoking, by the way, with the gray axe in hand. And the handle is becoming white hot as his hand is actually smoking as he stares at Bill.
Everyone's just pops out of the tent, like sees this, and just kind of like stares awkwardly for a moment. And then she just walks to the next tent, just like, I don't want to be a part of this.
Smart.
All right, fair enough. So go into this tent. Switch scenes. This dramatic scene outside. Inside, it's a nice tent. Yeah, there's some papers on what looks to be a small wooden table thing. There's a couple of posters on the walls. There's a couple of maps laying around. Anything you're specifically looking for? You just like looking through the papers, or?
Stealing all of the papers.
All right, fair enough. Just start shoving
Steal
them
all
into
of
your
them.
bag. All right, cool.
Steal all the papers. Take all the maps. I don't know what the posters are of, but I'll take those too.
All right, cool. Ellie, you are watching this Dragonborn have his hands smoking. Dramatic switch. His head's smoking. He's standing over Bill, probably with the intent to murder him on the spot right now. What would you like to do?
Am panicked. Ah. Whatever Ellie would do, of course. Of course, that has to be the answer.
Bill's not looking good.
I know he's not looking too great. Okay.
It was
How-
a good plan.
That was a very
How
good plan.
angry would Ellie be at this moment? Would really depend on which weapon she's about to do. Oh boy. Let's see. Let's see. Control. Yeah, that'd reach. It might hit you too. Okay. So Ellie is going to 1D. Okay, whistle. Ellie is going to.
Can I see Ellie?
You can.
You can.
Okay.
I'm about to use the whistling arrow.
You guys are above the tent. Well, she's above the tent.
Well,
You're
yeah.
below the tent. Next.
Oh, that's right. I'm above them.
Yeah.
Whistling
You're
arrow?
in the trees.
The arrow I got from you from Mom.
Ah.
I
I'm gonna shake my
was-
head.
No,
Nope.
woman.
Just like I'm gonna use my reaction and just like shake my head and do like the hand over the neck thing. No, don't do it.
Ellie's gonna have a. What do we do? We got to do something.
We do nothing.
Um,
Marina's not gonna say that, but she's just gonna tell her
Uh-huh.
don't interfere.
Ellie's gonna gesture. How about I just whiz the arrow to a direction, distract them, like a bird.
Shrug.
They
Shrug.
think it's a bird.
Shrug.
Okay.
Shrug.
Ellie's going to, I guess, start whistling like a bird, and the arrow's just gonna fly through the trees.
All right.
Hopefully that catches their attention.
Okay. Let's see.
Just to distract them for a moment. I don't know.
Let's see if he
You
even
need them
notices
to
this
not-
at the moment. No, he does. So as the arrow like whizzes by, he looks up, like solidly, like his entire body looks up. Every single one of the Dragonborns also look up and look at the arrow flying by. Very clearly,
It's a
they're
bird.
expecting it to stab somebody.
Question.
Mhm.
Is
a
my
bird.
bag of holding at least still on his head?
He would have grabbed your arms,
He'd grabbed my
lifted you up, and
arms.
flipped you over, and then be looking at you. So no, it would not be on his head. It would possibly be on his shoulder. Roll me a d20 for luck.
That is a D12. Hold on.
Whoa! Hey!
The bag. The bag, my good sir. The bag. Don't do it twice. The bag has managed to loop around one of his horns and is precariously placed on the back of his head. So as he
Like a
looks
beanie.
up, it's still on him, and you could in fact grab it and pull it down if you wished.
Absolutely.
Okay. Roll me roll me athletics with advantage, and he's going to roll it with disadvantage and a -2 because honestly, he's good lord, for fuck's sake.
I got a 19.
he
Please make
is-
the arrow work.
Good lord.
Why does it say 18 even though it was a 19? Oh, right.
You have a
'cause
-1.
I keep forgetting I have negative strength.
He's not also have a -2.
13. plus
God, his
five.
thing is high. You
Hmm.
managed to pop up.
Hmm.
You managed to grab it. You managed to pull it down over his head. He drops his great axe at the ground to grab your hands to keep it from separating. With that 18, he's like having to keep. He's not expecting you to be using your full weight, and you're like bending him over slightly at the head.
I would
He's
like
in a
to also
very
use my
awkward
feet
position.
like extra hands.
Oh my god. He's in a very
Better use
awkward
the feet.
position. He physically can't get you off his head at the moment,
Yeah.
but you cannot close it around him.
As I would like to puke blood in his face.
Oh.
I would like to use everything at my disposal to get this bag over his head and close it.
Oh, beautiful. God. Let's see if that stuns. I'm gonna roll him a Constitution save, real quick. You're puking in his face. Oh. Oh no.
And
So-
that one,
Oh no. So you puke in his face. He's clearly not expecting this in any way, shape, or form. You puke directly in his face. He actually lets go with one hand as you start like sit you closer. He's still holding like his head kind of down. He's at a very awkward angle. He's desperately flailing with his hand to try and get you, but he's really not succeeding at the moment. Everyone else still standing back. Every single one of the Dragonborn is refusing to step forwards into the fight. But you see several of them very, very itchy to kill. Oliver, it is your turn. You are watching a very strange battle.
So, crap. Holding an action only applies to standard action, right? I can't just like
More or
hold
less,
a bonus action in its place, right?
You could. I would say you could you could hold a bonus action. I wouldn't see why not.
Okay. I'm gonna hold a healing word.
Okay.
Also, the fact that my turn just passed gave me my reaction back. I can Flash of Genius him again, and when
Nice.
it comes up,
All right. So you don't hold action.
I'm gonna hold action for if they knock him over, if they knock him
Alright.
down.
You see the what is your thing? Yeah. Kind of useless at this point. You see the I don't even remember his name.
Before I say that, I need to double check something.
You're good. I don't remember what
I'm in
his name
range,
was.
never mind, yeah, no need to move. I'm good.
Oh, here it is. Nope, that's not his name. I don't remember. Glathrion. You see him like he seems to be not quite concerned by this. In fact, he seems to be almost relishing the to the death fight that you're witnessing, essentially. Obviously, Bill's not quite going to death, but he seems to be relishing the idea that his air quote companion may die in just a second. Rowena, is now your turn.
Okay. She'll take out her longbow and like chill. Like she'll get ready. Well, she's
Mhm.
not interfering right now.
Okay, cool. So you pull your own bow, you start holding your action to probably hit somebody. Bill
Yep.
is back to you. He's looking confused, I guess.
I mean, gonna continue with all of Bill's body weight might and what's left of whatever was in his stomach, pulling
Ugh.
this thing over his face and cinching it.
Athletics with advantage. He's going to get a -2 to his athletics with
Ooh,
disadvantage.
this is really bad.
I forgot to mention, I'm holding it until he goes into either the single digits or unconscious, and then I'm loosing the arrow.
Well, I think this would. Hey, Bill, what do you think? Should I drop
Yeah,
a Flash
do
of
it.
Genius?
Yeah.
All right, I Flash of Genius. That is now an 11.
Nice. You are managing to overpower a obscenely strong boy, as he's like you're legitimately overpowering him from the positioning and stuff, and you managed to get his other hand out of the way. You cinched it, and he is currently suffocating. I don't remember the rules for suffocation. Somebody could look those up real quick.
Basically,
I
he
believe
gets
it
one
stops
turn.
him from attacking for one turn.
I believe it is he has as many turns to regain his ability to breathe as he has as his Constitution modifier. If he fails to regain breath in that time, he dies.
Interesting. Okay.
It's 1 plus the Constitution modifier.
He
for a
has a
minimum of
long. He
30
doesn't have a
seconds.
long way to go, but he has a decent way to go. Then.
If
Who?
you stab him, that makes him not last as long.
Oh, interesting.
Just
Okay.
Well, I mean, personal ruling. Hoo boy.
I mean, so do keep in mind, Bill's not trying to kill this guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's just trying to make him unconscious.
Okay. Cool.
So the moment he stops moving, that bag's coming off.
Yeah. So it can survive for a number of rounds equal to its Constitution modifier, a minimum of 1. At the start of its turn, it drops to 0 hit points and is dying. And it cannot be stabilized or regain hit points until it can breathe again. Okay, cool. So, yeah, you pretty much get around him. He's unable to get off his head at the moment. I'm assuming that was your full movement or your full action.
Let me make sure I don't have any bonuses.
Yep.
Stab him.
I mean, if you have a light weapon, you can offhand him.
Yeah. He's looking.
He's blind as well,
He's
I mean, I
looking
have a
interesting.
dagger,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because the bag is on his head.
but the dagger's technically an action.
Mm. Oh yeah, because you don't have any bonus
light.
action attacks.
It's
Yeah.
light. It's an offhand. It can be offhanded.
What
Ah.
does that mean?
Two weapon fighting. If you have two
I don't
weapons,
have
then you can put the second one
It's
into your
It's not a
offhand.
two-handed fighting thing. Basically, the way that it works is so long as you have not attacked with a two-handed weapon this turn, you can make an attack using a weapon that has a light property. However, the attack cannot use your proficiency bonus, and the damage does not add your damage modifier.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not my main hand, so I could technically use it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try with the dagger. I'll offhand attack him with the
Got
dagger.
this.
Okay. And that's without dexterity, I believe you said.
It does not use the attack roll. Does not use proficiency. He still
Okay.
gets his dexterity if he's going to finesse
Okay,
for
cool.
the attack. He just doesn't get it for the.
No,
Just
just
get
take
it
out the dex, which is a 4.
Oof. Okay, cool.
You
So
keep the dex, just the proficiency bonus for the attack roll. You don't get to keep.
okay, so take out 3, keep the 1. Okay, cool. So yeah, that you pretty much just like slash and it goes just clear across his plate armor. It makes a very, very loud noise, but you pretty much just slash past his plate armor. The elementos along the side is these 3 specifically. They're starting to look around for the source of the whistling arrow thing. Did you make it seem like it was a bird, Ellie, or?
Yes, I specifically stated that it would sound like a bird.
Okay.
It seemed like a bird. That's why I had it high up in the trees, because I'm still up in the trees.
Okay.
And it would have been like
Uh,
back around them or kind of above.
Okay. So we're going
It's
to
more of a
just
distraction.
Yeah, we're just gonna do a flat d20 for that. To notice anything odd? They do notice something slightly odd. Mostly the fact that no other birds have appeared in the entire time y'all have been fighting. Which honestly has only been a couple of minutes, but yeah. So they just start kind of looking around. They look into the tents. It's no real anything they see. Averin, I assume when this Baibu looks into the tent, you don't shove something into your bag while he's watching you?
I'm just imagining that like flipping. He doesn't like see me, but like I make like eye contact with him.
Mm-hmm.
So I just like slowly try to reach over and slip something into my bag.
Roll me a sleight of hand.
Averin!
Be a 12.
Please.
Oh, if I hilarious if you
Literally.
nat 1 though. So this is gonna be so funny. Alright, now mind you.
That
was so close.
You're staring him in the eyes. You don't even bother slowing down. You're just still shoving things. He just looks around the room and doesn't notice anything off. Then he turns around and he's like, huh, wait, did I? And he looks back in, like half the shit that he was looking at previously is gone. And he's like, was there something there before? Oh well. And he like turns back around to the fight.
I was so tempted to just go, no.
I love that part. Arthur once again is he like takes a couple steps closer, about up to there more or less. Is not willing to really get into the fight, but he's real close to attacking. He's very much so close to attacking. All right,
To get
first
Arthur's attention to be like, no, don't.
Yeah, first round for him suffocating. He's going to take disadvantage off his everything, by the way, because, yeah, no. He is going to attempt to push Bill off to pull at the strings. I assume, Bill, that would be an athletics versus athletics. He has disadvantage, you have advantage.
Ooh.
Oof. 16 versus 19. 24 versus 18. So he does manage to fling you off of him. But he's still like grasping at the strings, so he can't get to the strings just yet. So that'll be his only turn. Aberrant, you are still stealing stuff.
Yeah.
You just slowly walk out. You see Bill get flung to the ground. Dragonborn is grasping at like the bag around his head, which you notice is now around his head. And so otherwise, the handle for the his gray axe is still white hot next to him. Bill's on the ground. Everyone's staring in worry and concern. Arthur has stepped forwards and can't read Oliver's facial expression, but the guy who you were just looking at is standing next to you as well. Like, yeah, I wonder if he's don't die.
Can I look over and see if I can see Ellie and Rowena from over here?
You with the fact that you're looking specifically for her and know where she would be, you can see Ellie. Rowena, you probably won't be able to see just because she's a little bit better at hiding.
You know what?
Rave's been doing
Alright.
this for years.
And I know my trees. And I would be trained by a Jackson. Heck you.
Alright, cool. I just figured it's like, yeah, you probably got it under control. I mean, if like Ellie and Rowena aren't down here, Bill's probably fine. I'm gonna pickpocket the guy next to me. The guy next to me.
Oh my goodness.
Well, roll me sleight of hand versus his passive, which it's gonna be a 12.
Just doing my job. Oh, flip.
Just doing your job until, oh my goodness.
You're invisible, and Ellie, you have a perfect viewpoint of this as you just see his pocket slowly open, and just what looks to be an outline of a hand reach into the pocket, and she's not even making any attempt to make this like hidden or anything. She's just wiggling her hand like a dead fish inside of his pocket, and he goes, "Huh?" As he like looks down, and he sees his pocket open. And I assume you stop as you do that, as he looks down at his open pocket.
Do I see this?
Oh yeah, you see it very well.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna commit.
Lord have mercy.
You're gonna get Bill killed.
Kill Bill Volume
Hey-
2?
Oh my
You know what?
gosh.
You know what?
I hope
I'm
Paylor has
gonna roll
mercy on
intelligence
you.
save for this man. Wow.
Why does he need an
Roll me a
intelligence save?
flat d20.
Yeah.
He looks at you, going ham in his pocket, and then he goes, "I think I have a squirrel in my pocket."
Oh
And he like
my
sticks his
God.
hand
Noises.
into. He like sticks his hand into his pocket and like meets yours, and he starts fighting with your hand as he looks up. He's like, "Come here, squirrel! Come here, squirrel!"
I make
gosh.
squirrel noises.
Nature check.
Chirping.
But that hold on, can I
Roll me a
can I
deception.
instead? Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like I roll deception.
Deceive this man. Jesus Christ, he's not even able to beat that. You start making squirrel noises. He is fully committed to try grabbing you. Roll me dexterity save. He's like, yeah, got a squirrel. Go get a squirrel. The other two are just staring at him now. And they're like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, I got a squirrel, guys. The other guy's in front of him. This guy is suffocating at the moment, straight up suffocating. And this guy's just like, I got a squirrel, as he like grabs your hand violently, flings you upwards. He like pulls you up, realizes nothing in his hand, opens it to look. You drop down. He's like, I swear, guys, I had a squirrel. I swear to, I had a squirrel. It was in my guys, I had a squirrel. The other two are staring him in unbelievable disbelief. Feel free to add another gold to your pocket.
I succeeded. Best achievement right here.
Ellie, I imagine you're very confused. He swears he has a squirrel.
I'm just scared out of my wits.
It's
That
very
was a
good squirrel
terrifying
noises.
moment. Yeah, it was a wonderful squirrel noises, but you know what? It's fine.
You were almost convinced there's a squirrel in there, except that he clearly did not have a squirrel in his face. So what'd you like to do?
Oh no, he's not close enough to me. Hold on. I need to rethink my strategy. Oh no. Phil, why do you have to be so far away from me? Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh no. Well, I was gonna cast Sanctuary on him so he doesn't take any further damage from this point.
You would have to get
Except
into
from
very obvious reach in order to do
I have
that.
to be within 30 feet.
You could roll stealth and crawl across the branch.
True.
You could do that. You could.
Yeah. I could try. I wouldn't fall out of the tree, but they could possibly hear me.
You're at least 30 feet up, so you could. What would you like
That's
to
a
do?
bonus action? Okay, hold on. I'm trying to see if I have anything else that could maybe help. I really don't. Okay. Oh, okay. I I really want to try to get the sanctuary on him. So, yeah, I guess I'll do the stealth.
All right. Roll me stealth.
I really wish she was proficient in it. Why is she not? She just knows
Because
trees,
I
but not
am.
stealth. Yeah. Why don't you have sanctuary? Oh,
You-
that's a self roll.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see.
There you go.
All right, 18. Shockingly, you start wiggling yourself forwards. You can see Ellie like skewing herself forwards, like crawling like a ninja on this branch in plain and obvious sight of every single dragonborn. But she's like 30 feet up. But she's like
You just see
clearly up there.
Yeah, you just see Rowena's mouth kind of slightly drop open and her eyebrows like scrunch together. Like, what are you doing?
Finger gun.
It's fine. It's fine.
And yeah, you are able to perform Sanctuary. Feel free to roll it to put in the chat. All right. Any creature who targets the warded creature attack or harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. All right. Nice.
Yeah,
Cool.
I wish that DC was higher, but it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
Hopefully it works.
This guy's gonna look over Oliver, and he's gonna go, you want to bet on who's gonna die?
Oh.
I prefer her if neither side were to do so.
You know what? I bet you 3 gold, one of them will die, and you can bet that neither will die. How about that?
As all going to depend on the way that the winner chooses to handle things.
Is it true?
yet to figure out, decide which one seems more reasonable in that regard.
Cool. Well, I'll keep the bet open. You want to shake hands on it? Until one of them delivers the final blow, bet be open. Yeah. Just turns back to the fight. Oliver, your turn.
Continue to hold on to my healing word.
All right, cool. The giant boy up here again, relishing in this fight. In fact, he seems to be readying something of his own. He's just kind of holding his own action on something. You're not quite sure what it is. I don't believe there's any way to detect what it would be, but he seems to be holding something. A spell sorts he seems to be conjuring. Rowena, it's your turn.
Okay. Don't worry about it.
What?
What can I say except
Okay, so she's on a branch. Where she is right now is where she is on a branch 30
Yeah.
feet in the
About-
air.
Yep.
Well,
Ellie's good at
Ellie
what she does.
you can choose to be either there next to the box, or you could move up to the branch 30 feet up.
I'm staying on the ground. I'm not
Okay.
I'm not the tree person. She's the tree person.
Yeah, it's fine.
But Ellie is about 30 feet in the air or so.
Can I take a look? Has anyone kind of even had an inkling of looking up or noticing her?
He's looked up but in the wrong direction, and he's still staring at his open hand, swearing to his friends that there was a squirrel in here, and they're both too confused as to his insanity to
Right.
really see her.
So, kid, do I care? I do. I do.
You're new. You're the new Rowena. Come on.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm the
You've
new,
changed.
but there's it's for a new person is what I'm, thinking about.
I
So
Mm-hmm.
can I is there a squirrel around me?
Is there a squirrel? Huh?
Yes. Gotta do something, but not an actual thing.
Yes, there is a squirrel about 15 feet away from you or so. It is munching
Okay.
happily on a nut,
Right.
completely oblivious to everything that's been going
I'll cast Speak with Animals,
on. Okay.
and I'll go over to the squirrel.
All right. Goes, yeah, got me a nut. This is a good time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
Do you
like
want to
my
know where
nut.
there's even? Would you like to know where there's even more?
The fuck? Oh,
I
Hey,
know
person.
exactly.
Wait,
Yeah. No.
more nuts?
I know. I can hear you. Yes, more nuts.
You know where more
Fantastic.
nuts are?
Yes, and they taste delicious.
I would love me some nuts.
I knew it. See that person? And she'll point to the guy who she was
He's
fucking
like,
around with.
Yeah, I see him. He's got me
Yeah,
some nuts.
He has them in his pocket.
Oh my god.
You gotta go get them.
Pocket nuts. Those are the best kind of
Pocket.
nuts.
Yeah.
I'll bring some
He's
of my
keeping them
nuts
all to
with me.
himself.
He's gonna
Get
like
'em.
grab a couple nuts on the ground, shove them into his mouth, and go, "Yeah, got me some nuts. I'm gonna go for
Get 'em.
some nuts."
Get them.
It
Just
legitimately
encouraging the squirrel.
sounds. It kind of sounds like he's on like some drugs or some shit from his voice. He's just going to he's fucking soaring. He jumps off of the box, jumps off of the tent thing, and fucking dives into his pants pocket. He just soars into it. Nuts! As he lands into it. And the guy goes, "What the fuck? Guy's a squirrel!" And his allies, they're like, "Yeah, sure, squirrel, buddy." And he's like, "God, ow, 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 it's biting me so much more. Ow, I got not the pants. Oh God, my pants!"
And then I'll just, notch my arrow again.
Jesus Christ, the squirrel! It's where no squirrel should be. The dude is like, dude, he's dying. Shut up. Alright, so this guy's having a few issues at the moment.
Oh, I'll whisper because I know Averin has to be around somewhere since I saw her digging around. You're welcome.
Oh my gosh.
I love that. Alright, Bill, we're going to end with you for the night here. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh goodness.
Okay.
By the way, that's an upcast
Hello.
of level 3.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yes, Bill is making it as hard as possible for him to be able to take off this bag.
Jesus Christ. Okay,
love it.
so let's see. It's 14 save dexterity. Well, he has no dexterity bonus, so he fails it.
So he is prone on the ground now. Cool.
Oh my god, he's prone. He also takes fucking 10 more damage.
And Bill's going to offhand that dagger once he's on the ground and plow it into his chest frame.
And you do get advantage on
You were
that.
gonna kill him.
I'm not going to kill him. I don't think I've done enough damage to kill him.
Oh, not even close.
Okay.
Yeah,
Again,
you get advantage on this hit.
Again, Bill's trying to make it as hard as possible. That means causing damage whenever possible.
Oh my god.
Bill.
Look,
Oh my god.
Holy moly. Alright.
no, Bill's not aiming directly for his chest frame. No, he's aiming for the arm. Specifically, it's that muscle group that's right on your shoulder that is for your arm. He's aiming for that to slice it so that he can't move one of his arms.
So that's going to be 12 damage to him, and you are in fact going to critically damage that spot. Oh, as he is bloodied now.
Goodbye, arm.
He is legitimately bloodied as
Now-
he is like trying desperately to get to it. We're actually gonna end on him to see whether or not he doesn't do fucking anything. Elementalist, he's down at the moment, and these guys do not give half of a shit about the fact that Mr. Squirrel in my pants is screaming, "I have a squirrel in my pants." Arthur looks very confused and concerned, and he looks back at Oliver and he goes, "Who's winning?"
I can't tell, but I think they're both doing quite well in this regard. The bird specifically seems to be doing quite well.
I feel like Arthur would be also concerned the fact that Ellie's just hanging on a branch.
He doesn't notice you, I'll be honest.
Ah, fair.
Yeah,
I still have Hunter's Mark on him.
yeah.
Nice.
Arthur can't do anything at the moment, I'll be honest. He's not really made for watching. So he's just gonna go right. My sword says I should attack him, so if something bad happens, I'm gonna throw my sword at him. Good plan? Good plan. Gotcha. Alright. The Dragonborn second
Struggling
round
guy.
is suffocating.
At the struggling guy?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
The Dragonborn's on his second round of suffocation. He seems to be clearly game weaker. He is prone on the ground. He can't use one arm, so he's going to use all of his movement to get back up. Going to try grabbing at his head again with only one arm. He really can't unsync it, So what he's going to do is he's going to grab the burning handle. Feel free to roll that damage again, Bill.
All right, hold on. Let
Mhm.
me find.
Remember, he has disadvantage with any action he takes with that thing in his hand.
Yeah. He's
here-
also left-handed.
Yeah. Let's see. It's a 2d8 and.
I believe
hold
you
on.
upcast it, so it would be
I
48.
did. All right.
So he takes an additional 17 damage as he grabs
Since
this
he's
damn thing.
re-grabbing burning metal, would he have to do the
He
con
would.
save again?
And that's a DC 14, I think.
Yep.
Okay. He passes. He's basically going to grab it, and he's going to attempt to slam it into his face. To try to cut the bag so that he can breathe.
And the best part is, succeed and it still isn't going to do anything. And fail, it's still not going to do anything.
Yeah. So he's going to slam the great axe into his own face, basically. Which more or less is just going to give him kind of a spot to hook into his face. Yes, he is planning on slamming it into his face / collarbone to tilt it and break the cinch, basically. So he's going to see if we can get above his AC, which he is definitely not going to. He is one-handing this weapon with his offhand, desperately trying to fling it back into himself from an awkward position without being able to see, while suffocating, and his hands on fire.
Hey, Sin, want me to tell you the worst part?
What's that?
That's a two-hander he's trying to one-hand.
Yeah, it's not working very well for him.
I don't think he's physically capable of using that, actually, mechanically.
He has 20 strength, so I assume that he would be able to pull it upwards to himself. He
could pick it up. And it's the question of would it be too awkward to hold in the offhand only to actually be able to use it?
Oh, it would be exceptionally awkward. As he hits it, as he basically glances off of his own face and the thing, it slides to the side, hits his shoulder armor, and falls out of his hand because it goes backwards off his thing and hits the ground again. And that's his turn. All right, and then we're going to end on Averin here because we are 20 minutes past where we're normally supposed to. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. We're going to pick this up next time, as this man has 3 more rounds of being able to come back, or he's going to go down before he can go up. I'll let you know, he is critically wounded right now. He has a quarter of his health left.
Yeah, he's not gonna last long.
Holy crud! How do you lose that much that quick?
He's taking a lot of fire damage. And also the critical. He's taken 2 of the upcasted heat metals, and then also Wally's dagger critical hit. He's taken a lot of damage. But
Yeah, he's not gonna last long.
Good Christ. Yeah, hopefully you
Julie
guys
got
enjoyed this. This was a little bit definitely different from how I was expecting it to go.
This is chaos. Shit, what do you expect? You jump in an enemy that can just deal out more than half our HP in a single hit. Do you really expect us to do this in an upfront fashion?
No,
Yeah,
it's Bill, especially.
I was expecting Arthur to go and fight him at some point, just you guys take care of the rest or something. I was not expecting Bill to challenge this man to a 1v1 combat.
Do remember, Bill has an intelligence of 7. His plans aren't smart.
I should have factored that into account.
I play my character like he's an idiot. He's a survivalist idiot, but he's an idiot.
Also, sadly, Bill has lost Sanctuary due to the tremor.
Oh.
Oh crud, that's right.
Yep, because he cast his spell.
Hey, I'm still holding my action on the hunter's marked person, which is the person he ended up fighting.
Yeah,
and
he is.
When he goes into the single digits or unconscious, I'm firing. So.
Ooh, okay.
Yes, draw attention to
everybody else.
It might, but everyone, roll me a perception check real quick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Everyone's stealing, getting our stuff. We're gonna have stew tonight. Perception. Just a normal
Okay.
one?
Yep, just normal
Ellie can
perception.
see everything from the trees.
Ooh, lovely.
I'm pretty good as well.
Lovely, lovely. Okay. Bill, you're obviously in combat right now, so, yeah, obviously. But the rest of you guys can see Mr. Baibu up here, who has remarked earlier that he enjoys the combat and death and such. He's readying something. He is, in fact, readying something. You guys can even see now that he is starting to prepare some kind of spell.
I'm gonna flip and mess with him.
She is invisible.
You could, yeah.
Grabs
yeah.
squirrel, throws it at him. No, sneaks it into his pocket while stealth.
Another squirrel. I'll find another squirrel.
Good lord. But he is indeed preparing a spell. It is a... is it a verbal? Yep. Okay, so he is using, he is full-on chanting, and he's doing a bunch of other stuff. He seems to be holding it and waiting at the moment. Obviously, this guy can't see, hear, or do anything like that, so he doesn't realize it. The rest of them, they kind of realize it, and, I'll say kind of worried. But yeah, so that's for y'all to know for next time. If you guys are interested in coming on back...
Can we do an Arcana check to attempt to identify what spell he's casting?
If you guys are proficient with Arcana, then yes.
Dang it, I am not.
In fact,
My
I think the
wizard
only
character is-
person who's proficient with Arcana, I think, is Averin?
Maybe?
Oh, you're half proficient. You can roll Arcana at disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh, it was Mashruna who had Arcana.
I mean, I have bonuses to Arcana, I just don't have proficiency in it.
How
Yeah,
are you half proficient in everything?
she's a bard.
Again. I'm flipping
Yeah,
awesome.
Bards quite literally get bonuses to everything. It's terrifying.
I
Beautiful,
got
but weird.
13.
You can tell from your 13. You don't know many magics. In fact, you don't know a whole lot of magic. Yeah, all you know is what you have learned from various things in the back. Roll me an intelligence save as well, real quick.
Intelligence save. Yeah.
Oh,
Darn it.
All right,
It was
never
almost
mind.
great.
So I would say that you've seen a lot of magic in the underground, the slums, or anything like that, and you can really only tell one thing from this. You have absolutely no idea what this means. Your intelligence save really solidified that. You can tell it's something to do with lightning.
Flip.
Yep, it's
he
an
did say
elemental lightning spell of sorts. It's
Let's throw a
definitely
squirrel.
not a healing spell.
Is the squirrel? I don't know if I can do much more, but is the squirrel still in the guy's pants?
Let's
Yes.
see.
I did tell him
Maybe.
there were a lot of nuts in there.
He is not. Yeah, the guy is not able to get the squirrel out. In fact, the squirrel has moved to a very sensitive part, and he is now screaming and flailing and flipping himself over and over again.
Can I pull this? Sorry.
Oh no.
Can I pull the squirrel out and throw it at the guy?
What guy?
The guy who's doing the
Elementalist
lightning.
with the spell.
Roll me a
Oh.
dexterity check to see if you can grab the squirrel.
Come on. So close
That's
to
an
17.
11. Unfortunately, let's see. Can the squirrel dodge you? The
Yeah.
squirrel can, in fact, dodge. The squirrel is having the time of his life, and he was promised nuts, and he is going for them. You are in no way, shape, or form able to even pinpoint the squirrel, because the squirrel's going crazy, and the guy is flipping himself like a madman on drugs. And for all the screaming he is doing, he might as well
I'm
be.
sorry.
He
All right,
is
well,
having a bad day.
I'll see you next time when I can convince Rowena to get the squirrel out so I can throw it at the
I'll
guy.
just get a new squirrel. I'm not gonna try and talk to that one.
Fair.
Be like, give me a new squirrel, come on.
Just like
I
whisper.
mean,
just
there you go.
a
Just
whisper.
Ellie
Squirrel whisperer.
Just Ellie shakes the
whisper at the
squirrel
guy.
out of the tree. It's
Just
raining
a
squirrels today.
Well,
Whisper
hopefully
in
you
the
guys
dark.
enjoyed
Fine,
this.
fine.
If you guys did, feel free to come by next week on Friday at 7 p.m. PST, where I guess a squirrel is going to go rabid on a spellcaster's face. The Dragonborn may or may not actually die. Bill has chosen to do a very, very bad choice that ended up shockingly good. I'm legitimately surprised Bill isn't dead right now.
Yeah, same. Same.
I've not even been pulling my punches either. Like, he just can't fucking get this shit off. And I guess Ellie will be hanging from a tree. Cliffhanger.
Well, you know,
Hanging.
it's fine.
So hopefully you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys later. Tomorrow we are going to be playing some West of Loathing, possibly being the game. Maybe. It depends on a few factors. Hopefully we can actually play West of Loathing this time. It was having a lot of issues last time. So we'll actually see if it works. I think it was our OBS that's having issues, but I don't quite remember what the issue was.
It was because Discord was being horrible and put us on the wrong server.
Right, yeah, that was the issue. So hopefully that's going to be fixed next time. It should be. Everything's been good so far. So come catch us at about 2 p.m. PST. That may switch to 3 if we find it easier to do a more consistent schedule. And then on Sunday, we're going to be doing the last bit of I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator.
Brad Levin.
Unless, of course, it turns out there's a deep inlaid government conspiracy in the game that extends the game by an entire flippin' 7 weeks.
I mean,
Yeah, if that
yeah.
happens, we're gonna be on that for a while. But if it doesn't, then the week after
Gotta
we're
try
gonna be
everything
playing.
on the menu, you know?
Yeah, then after that we're gonna be playing probably Phasmophobia again, because Ellie apparently liked it, even though she was scared out for Witch.
Yeah, no, we'll see.
All
We'll
right,
see.
have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
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 Have a good one.